Hey guys, welcome to another HFD Podcast. Come in, sit back, relax, and join us as we shoot the breeze, and we'll be live shortly. Guys, how you going? Like we always say, whether it be a good morning, a good afternoon, or a good evening, wherever you might be watching us from anywhere around the globe, we're back with another HFD podcast. Today we got Jimmy T's returned. How you doing, Jimmy?
Good guys.
Great start.
Great start.
I lost my hair.
You had a nice haircut. You're looking trim.
Looking trim, mate.
Looking good. Big man, how you doing, man?
I'm doing really well. Jimmy's cutting my picture out, but you know,
That's
I'm here,
all right.
guys. I'm here.
Nah,
That's all that
you're
matters.
here.
I'm better looking.
That's all that matters, guys. I'm here,
I'm better looking.
and it's good to be here. And I've got this delicious burger right in front of me.
All right, yeah. So before we, Jess, how you doing? Hi, everyone that's in the chat. Jess is saying hello. Ronarix, hello.
Hey guys.
Baby burgers, Jess is saying, but I reckon she's got there's a spell correction there. Or she wants to say something else, not Baba. See, she wrote Baba Burgers.
Baba burgers.
They've had a name. Chris said 1-800. Chris has said there. That's for Jimmy, I'm sure.
Yeah, Chris C's gonna. We're gonna see how quick we can eat these burgers in 10 seconds.
So before we even start chatting that, guys, we're going to say it's not the first time we've done it, but it's the first time we're doing a meal.
Yeah.
We've had, the Don has made us the HFD burger, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And we're going to give it a potato rating live, aren't we?
But before we start, guys, I just want to say hello to all our listeners on Spotify and Apple Podcasts listening. Guys, welcome to the podcast.
Reborn, how you going? We've got to give it big up to Reborn because I know for a fact he's
Reborn.
actually supporting one of our, we say colleagues on his own stream.
Lucas
He's actually supporting Lucas on his Twitch stream. We were just in there for about an hour watching him, supporting him. So he's there. He's got Lucas up there and he's got us up as well at the same time. So
multitasking, I call that.
He's a good supporting, supporter.
He is. But no, guys, if you're brand new to the channel, guys, and to the podcast, make sure you like, share, subscribe. If there's just make sure you like because it helps the algorithm. And also, guys, hit the bell for notifications so we have to remind you about when we go live. So
that's right.
YouTube will let you guys know about that. So
look at that. Anyone live in the chat?
The HFD burger or is it the Baba burger?
It's both. The King of the North says Jimmy T under house, man. He's here, so I'm gonna have a bite. Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
I didn't get a memo.
Didn't get the memo? Cheers.
Now that is a tasty burger.
Better than any.
This is a tasty burger.
Better than any fish shop.
What is this, White Castle? Yeah, definitely.
Not bad.
Yeah, what? That.
Try and eat it in 10 seconds. Go. Come on.
I think the big man has got
I'll do Jimmy ready.
sriracha mayo on his. Sriracha mayo.
There's a bit of a kick.
Yeah, so
How soft is that meat? It's very tender.
yeah. See, this homemade, man, by the in-house Don. He is the
I must admit.
what do you say? He's the creator of the HFD burger, isn't he?
I must admit, eating it with headphones on is really weird. Because you can like
Not
see
soft
yourself.
as you do,
I know that's why I'm getting this one.
Well, I can hear you chewing.
Sorry about the sound effects, guys. The
So-
sound effects.
I know. So
It's like ASMR.
yeah, it's like a mukbang.
Mukbang.
So since we're here, so we'll give a big shout out, big up to the Don for making burgers for everyone. We're gonna say
You can't show his face.
we don't show his face, as we said. He's
Thank you so much.
resident Don. The Dons never show their faces.
Well,
It's the stick.
he sent me a message last night with a picture of a burger.
Yeah.
He's like, "Look at this," and I'm like, "Can you make that for us tomorrow?" And he did. So pretty pumped.
Rob, your Don, your good friend Rob says, has the Don been feeding Eden Hazard? So implying that he's put on a bit of weight. How you going, Rob? Reborn. What's in the burger is homemade patty, bacon, cheese, egg, tomato, lettuce, and whichever sauce you've chosen. Chris has put sriracha mayo. We've got tomato sauce. Onion as well, sorry. The King of the North says, well done, Don.
Guys, you won't be able to get this burger anywhere but the HFD studio. So sorry, guys.
It's about how many years experience of burger making do we say the Don's got? He's been working in shops pretty much since he was a young man, so probably over 50 years of experience.
I'll tell you what, man. He knows his burgers. That's for sure.
See, Rob knows, and this is experience. Rob is saying the Don's food is to die for, and Rob does know this. So,
Rob, yeah, I agree.
so before we get into any topics, guys, how you been? How you been this week, Jimmy?
Been good, been busy.
Hmm?
Busy week. Always busy.
Yeah. Big man?
Well, this week was my birthday, so
It was. So yeah, we've got to say a big happy birthday to the big man. What do you do you want to say your age, or do you want me to tell you?
I can say 25.
21, wasn't it?
Huh? Oh, sorry, 21. No. I wish. I'm turned the ripe age of 39. So
39.
I'll be 40 next year.
Not in the club yet.
No, in the
Not in
club,
the club, no. But yeah, just been busy, man. I've got a bit of like a birthday bash tomorrow night, so been organising that, and yeah.
Oh, we didn't get the invite. We're talking about.
yeah.
No.
Oh, I like what Rob said. He says, "Does the Don do Uber Eats? Send me 5." He reckons.
Yeah. No, I've just been cleaning the house. I went to the rubbish tip today, the other day, and when I was there, I felt like I couldn't believe how much rubbish there is in the rubbish tip, and it was kind of sad.
Yeah. It's bad.
It's bad, yeah. Like, how much waste do we produce? It's really, really sad. Like, yeah, when I was there, but yeah, I've been doing that and just cleaning up, I guess.
Maybe we can have it as a topic, conspiracy.
Yeah.
The waste.
The waste. Too much
Reborn is saying, "Damn, sounds good." The burger, it is good. Reborn. If we could get you here from the UK, mate, to taste one, we'd definitely do it.
Well,
Rob says, "Happy birthday. Please tell me you did not work on your birthday. My golden rule for my staff, they get the day off." Rob says, "Did you work?"
Okay, well, first of all, I'm coming to work for Rob. I actually
looking for staff.
I had a night shift, but my night shift actually went into my birthday, so I finished 6 in the morning on
And
my
then went
birthday,
home.
and then went home, and then I had 4 days off.
Yeah.
So,
So,
not too bad, but I know what you mean. I love that rule.
I think you reckon we get Rob can be the CEO for HFD, I reckon. What do you reckon?
We need someone to guide the ship.
Yeah, we need him to guide the ship to be good for us. Tell you what, this was a good start to the episode, this burger.
There is a half left because Jimmy's not hungry, so if you guys want to come,
There's half left.
I reckon the dog will have it.
Anyone that knows, people watch our episodes, you know, Jimmy always saves some for later. That's Jimmy's thing. He always puts some aside to take home.
Put it in the good in the basket.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I was wondering if you guys have watched our shorts lately. We've been smashing the shorts on YouTube. Just something different.
Well, we actually uploaded a short of the HFD burger, so I don't know if any of the followers have seen it, and it actually got 5.4 thousand views. So
Nuts.
it went nuts, and that was us making the burger a couple months ago. I think me, Chris, and the
Yeah, I
Don
just took video of it.
just took video of it, and we uploaded it. And
It's gone viral.
Con, how you doing? There's Con.
Con, hey guy, man.
Oh, mate, Con, what a nice guy. Saying happy birthday.
Thanks for the birthday wishes, guys. Hey, the Jazz man.
Hey.
The Jazz, how are you, Jazz? We miss you, Jazz. We want you in the studio.
We've got to get him back, don't we?
Of course. And, we're gonna get him back for the noodle challenge.
Yeah.
Hey guys, what kind of challenges do you guys want us to do? Food challenges? Any suggestions before we
Before we kick off,
Oh.
any suggestions for some food challenges?
I'll pass.
HFD burger is aces. Yeah.
It's funny, Jimmy can't even do a chili one. That's not even like.
I know.
Lucky I didn't do that last one you did. But that thing was.
I couldn't even do that.
That
last
thing
one.
was ridiculous.
You guys are crazy, man.
Jimmy T, do the teaspoon of sriracha mayo.
There you
Jimmy
go.
T, come on, do it.
No.
Challenge live.
Who said that?
The King of the
Coffee,
North.
coffee.
King of
Hey.
the North.
Do it, come on.
King of the North. I tell you, if we get into if we get to a certain amount of likes, maybe I might do the.
I'll do it.
I'll do that one for you. I definitely love the. See, Rob has said this before, hasn't he? Oyster challenge.
Oyster challenge.
I
All right.
love oysters. Yeah.
Oh, so Sealer X, more hot ones. All right.
Oh, yeah, we're going to Surax. Yeah,
We're gonna do a chili noodle.
noodle one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With chili sauce. So we already done one, but not with everyone. So
John almost died.
I'll
John did not.
I'll do one. Chili.
So we got before we get going, I've got to put that to Rob. So oyster challenge, is that fresh oysters? Is it oysters of your
There's
choice?
a problem with oysters at the moment.
Is there?
Yeah, there's a bacteria.
Oh, really?
It only can have Kilpatrick's at the moment.
Oh, so they've got to
really?
be cooked to
Yeah.
kill the bacteria.
Went
Okay, yeah.
We went to a restaurant looking forward to
some fresh oysters?
and then they said, no, sorry.
I love fresh oysters.
Well, that makes sense. If it's got a bacteria on it, to cook them to get rid of
But
it.
I
It's...
think I haven't heard any news on it, but heard
Yeah.
like it should be alright.
Yeah, okay. So Silrax has said
There are no oysters coming from Coffin Bay.
Yeah,
no
they-
oysters coming from Coffin
Oh,
Bay.
there you
There you
go,
go.
guys.
It's from Coffin Bay.
And the Don knows all.
The Don Buzz.
So Silrax reckons also a beer drinking challenge. Well, what's the challenge? What? Let me put it this way
We can't
first.
drink it.
No. What's the challenge? Is it how quick we can drink a beer, or how much beer we can drink in
Oh my God.
one day? Because I'll just get the Don in my corner and use it done.
I reckon, what's that? Crayfish challenge.
Oysters are expensive, Robert said. Yeah, crayfish challenge.
Ah,
Crayfish challenge. What?
Eat the shell.
How about that thing that we're going to do? That big,
The big seafood plat. Yeah, the boil.
the boil. Yeah, we're going to do that.
Yeah, Rob has said Coffin Bay recall.
What about hard-boiled eggs? How many we can eat?
How many hard-boiled eggs?
Oh, you get so sick.
Far out. How many do you reckon you could do?
I don't know. We're still going to do the pancake one.
How many? Before we talk, how many hard-boiled eggs do you think you could do?
In what? A minute? In a minute?
10 max.
If say you just had a time limit, say you had 10
Because
minutes.
man, they're really like
You can eat one.
the texture's really
Yeah, I reckon.
depending.
I know, but how many do you reckon you could do? Just you heard it here.
10.
10.
You?
Well,
I don't know. Beer blind tasting. What? And you got to guess the beer, Rob? Rob is saying beer blind tasting.
And they're going to put something bad.
Yeah, they can just put something in there. It's like a scotch.
It's like chili.
Yeah.
And Jimmy.
Yeah.
I'm
Jimmy
going
died.
to get stitched up for that.
Hey, we won't do it to you.
What's wrong with that, Con? You're talking to Cypriots, man. They eat that that's a delicacy. Con said eat some sheep brains.
Nah, man, I can't do that. Hottest chips in the world challenge. Yeah, all right, I could do that.
Blind tasting seafood challenge.
Raw eggs, your brother said.
Raw eggs. What are we? Is that because he's trying to be like Rocky?
Yeah. No, like Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
I'll go with the cooked.
Raw eggs, Chris
Raw
is
eggs,
saying.
nah, man, I don't know about
That's because he's probably watching Rocky to get psyched up, and he's like, dun, 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 dun.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, well, hey, at least we've had some ideas.
Yeah. Look,
You know, the thing is, we put it to the people, and they're all saying ones that they know are just going to be
crazy.
disgusting. Raw eggs.
We're gonna do a pizza challenge as well. That massive pizza from Peps.
In The Hobbit, guy playing a dwarf did 15 hard-boiled eggs.
Oh.
Which guy?
15.
Which guy though?
Must have been one of the actors, I'm guessing.
Was it Sean Austin?
Well, that's not in The Hobbit. That's Lord of the Rings.
Oh, Hobbit.
is the
Oh, Hobbit's the other one. Yeah.
the prequels.
We have to talk about Lord of the Rings one day.
We do. We will talk about Lord of the Rings one day, definitely.
Dude.
Chris is laughing. I think he's laughing. We said about the Rocky thing.
Cinnamon challenge. No way, man.
Is it a cinnamon donut?
No. Like, put cinnamon in your mouth like
That's
that.
hectic.
People die from that.
People die
That's
from that,
crazy.
man.
Maybe Yanni can do that first. The Jazz Man. He's the one that mentioned it. We'll get him. Cinnamon challenge.
Sushi challenge.
Sushi challenge. What is it? Is the challenge to try and make it, or
I don't know, but last time I ate sushi, I nearly stabbed Jim in the face.
When?
Remember we did the sushi challenge, Sushi Planet?
Oh, yeah.
this?
Yeah,
Wait, can you take my plate?
I'll take you. Let me just.
Guys, I'm just cleaning up here before we continue because it's a bit,
How are ya?
burgers everywhere.
How are you? All right, we'll get.
All
into
right,
it,
well,
shall we?
let's get into it, guys.
So, what's the first thing again, big man? We're going to just talk a little bit about crypto just for a little bit, aren't we? We'll still bring that up.
We
Well,
love it.
that's up. We love it.
Thank you, very nice guy. Well, you know that we love our. Well, I love my crypto. Jim doesn't know too much about it, but it's probably the same with me as real estate. But
Yeah.
guys, yeah. Look, I've been so busy this week with everything. Haven't had much time to research something for you guys. But look, I've got a few things to say. Yeah, the market's taken a turn. So we had that.
Where's it turned?
Well, when the new C word variant came out on the last weekend,
Yeah.
the whole everyone just panicked and the whole market just crashed. Not crashed, but it just went down. So that's what happens when stuff like that happens in the world. The stock market goes down, crypto market goes down, everything just goes down because of something like that, like a fear. like
The variant.
the new variant.
Do you believe in the myth that they're just trying to go through the Greek dictionary?
Yeah, I reckon.
Well, you know what I don't get.
That's what it
You know
sounds
what I don't get about it. You know, if they know anything about the Greek language, Omicron is the small word for omega. So if it was really that bad, why don't they call it the omega variant?
Didn't they miss one?
No, well, O is the last letter of the Greek alphabet, isn't it?
There's discussion about
No.
Omicron?
Maybe.
Yeah, omega is the last. Yeah,
the
sorry.
Chinese alphabet.
But effectively, it's the same letter, isn't it? Omicron means small o, and omega means big, mega.
true.
So if it's bad variant, why don't they call it omega? If it's so bad, why Omicron? Migro means small.
Because no one probably goes.
Oh, I don't know.
Do you know what I'm saying? It does.
But anyway, that little variant like sent shockwaves through all the markets. And,
But had a bit of a.
but yeah, everything's kind of recovered
That's
now.
the media for you, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the media and just people like getting scared. Like,
Yeah.
stupid. It's the way. Fear and emotion runs the market. So
Yes.
Fear
Fear and emotion probably runs a lot of things.
Yeah, it does. Anyway, so yeah, it's kind of recovered, and look, one of the coins that I love, it's called Luna, Terra Luna. You know, this coin is a stable coin, and yeah, I love it, guys.
Well, it went up to about. Sorry to cut you off. I think it was at $60-something, and it went up to about 88.
No, it went to 90 today.
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
It went to $90 a coin, and yeah, I've got some. Yeah. Now the good thing about Luna is that it's a stable coin, and it's partnered with another coin called UST, not USDT, UST, right? So you only got USDT,
Yeah.
right? That's the centralized
Yeah.
stable coin for the US
Yeah.
dollar, right?
Yeah.
Then you got UST, which is decentralized one, right? So it's paired with Luna. So what happens is when someone uses UST, what happens is it gets when the transaction happens, then it burns Luna.
Yeah.
So the actual Luna, the supply of Luna gets shorter and shorter,
Yeah, so
which makes it
more valuable.
Yes, yeah. Makes it more. Well, eventually
More
won't be
valuable.
because it won't be as many.
That's right.
Right. So long term, definitely something to get into. I'm going to keep packing my bags every week when I get paid. Just keep putting
Into
money into
Luna.
it. At the moment, it's a bit high, so I'll wait for a bit of a dip
Yeah.
on it. But for me, guys, I love my Luna. Not financial advice.
Oh,
You forgot to say it.
hey
You forgot to
guys,
say
it's not financial advice. We're just three guys sitting at HFD studio shooting the breeze.
it. Not financial advice, guys.
Not
But
financial advice.
look,
Why do I forget?
I don't know. We just get
No,
into it.
no, it's bad.
But you know, Luna is awesome. I've made a lot of gains this week with Luna.
Yeah.
But I'm not looking. Even if it dips, I'm not selling because I just know
No.
it's a long term thing for me.
Well, yeah.
And you can if you want.
You shouldn't work on a weekly thing with it, should you? It's if you.
No, like it's for me. I'm holding it for a bit longer. But it's one of those ones that.
Jess is saying sounds kind of like Safe Moon. How Safe Moon is a self-deflating coin, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like Safe Moon, but
Yeah.
this is paired with UST.
Yeah.
So that's decentralized. So people are going to want to use more
Yeah,
decentralized stuff in the future. So when they start using more of it, Luna's going to become really like
And effectively, what Jess
Won't
is saying,
have
that's pretty much what happened with us with Safe Moon. When people were selling it, that's when it had that massive spike back in. Whenever
Well,
it
talking
was.
about Safe Moon, they've changed. I don't know if anyone has
Version
Safe
2.
Moon.
Is that right?
So version 2 of Safe Moon. Safe Moon's a DFI deflation coin.
It's got a self-deflating coin. Is that what
it's
it's called?
it's a token.
Yeah, what it means is I think when people sell, is it 5% of what they sell gets burned?
Yeah.
So,
And you can't get that. You can't really get that in many exchanges.
yeah.
You can get it on a Trust Wallet,
Yeah, Trust Wallet, but Pancake Swap. and
Pancake
things
Swap. You can get on that, but they've gone to version 2. So
there you go.
I don't know. Has yours changed?
I watched the guy. I think he's the guy. He's like got a full Safe Moon channel. He's got a lot of following. Stephen Clark is like Mr. Safe Moon, and he said it went over. So I went and checked, and it hadn't. But I haven't checked it today, to be honest. But yeah, I'll check it and just see if it's. If it's, I think what it meant is it was going to go from whatever you had. It was going to change the number. Well, not the value, but the number of what you had was going to change.
Do you think Safe Moon's still a good bet?
I do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you?
Look, I'm 50. I don't know.
I
I'm
think-
always like, when it happened to Pundi, man, when they were doing that, like they did the same thing to Pundi, and Pundi just went half up. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I do. definitely.
One of the things I'm really bullish on, guys, is NFT games.
Yeah.
Right now is the best time to get into NFT games, especially ones that you can make while you play while earn while you play.
Yeah. Sorry to cut you off there, big man, but the Silrax has said KSI has been endorsing SafeMoon a lot.
Has he?
There you go.
I didn't know that.
What we'll do is we'll read, before you continue, we'll read a few chats because we did get
Let's do it.
few chats in there. So Rob commented on what I was saying about the Omicron Omega thing. Amanda said Simpsons predicted that. That's when we were talking about the variant.
Oh,
Rob said loves Simpsons predictions. Yanni says Matt Groening is a time traveler. Jess said sounds like SafeMoon. We saw that one, yeah. And Jess said earlier maybe you should look up, perhaps search popular challenges when we're talking about challenges. So
You know, before we continue, I'm gonna say a Rogan file coming up is gonna be about the Simpsons predicting. The future.
definitely.
So make sure you guys
Definitely.
wait for that one. That's gonna be massive.
Connor's jumped in with the Earth is flat. Chris has said see you later. Have a great show. And then we're back to KSI has been endorsing. And then Rob says general investment, empirical evidence. If you're after a quick gain, the risk is extremely high. Your choice. Seek professional advice.
Okay. Yeah. So look, as Rob said, always,
If you can
But the problem is with seeking advice, it's hard to find people that know things about crypto. So you got to find that someone that really knows their stuff about it. So
I like that though. What Surak said, KSI.
KSI, yeah. Well, yeah, maybe that's when it went up a bit.
Yeah.
Because when someone shills a coin, it goes up. So, but NFT games, guys, you got to get into them. They're gonna go nuts. About to explode.
Yeah.
I've got a couple here. Like Illuvium is one of them. You can buy that on CoinSpot. There's a few other ones called Thetan Arena.
Thetan Arena.
Yeah, it's a brand new one. It's like you roll, like you fight in an arena. It's it's really cool. And Gold Fever.
Well, that one
Isn't that a James Bond movie?
It's like you're in sort of. It sounds like it, doesn't it?
I'm gonna invest in
Gold Fever.
Good.
Gold Fever. Yeah, it's called Gold Fever. Yep. So it's really cool graphics on that one as well. And you earn while you play. Now, people play these games for like a job. Like that's what their life is, and they make money with the NFTs. And then they can build your characters, and as you build your characters, they make you crypto.
Yeah.
And in turn, that's their income.
Yeah.
If you look more into it, look, guys, there's a really I've said this before on the show. Crypto Banter. They cover all this kind of stuff. So I was watching them today live. They're on YouTube. Check them out. There's their latest video there's a guy they interviewed does a video, the NFT gaming. He talks about all these different games and how you can get involved in them. So check them out. They're the biggest growing crypto YouTube channel in the world. So I love them. I love those guys. So check them out. Crypto Banter. That's BANTER, Crypto Banter.
So Surax has said, I made $8K on Wilder World from a $500 investment, but now it's not doing as good, but will shoot up hopefully. That's pretty much like us with
SafeMoon.
SafeMoon. I'm not going to give the exact amount, but it cranked. So
like right now, games are awesome to get into.
Yeah.
Always fundamental coins like your Solanas,
the blue chips.
The blue chips are always good to get into, as I said, those stable like Luna, the stable coin I told you about.
Is that about the FIFA the game, Amanda? Amanda's saying, how about the FIFA thing where your players are NFTs that evolve with experience?
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, she showed me that. I haven't actually looked into it fully, but yeah. NFTs they're taking the NFT gaming world is taking over. I'm telling you now, you won't be playing games the way you used to play them. You know what I mean? People are going to be playing games and earning money playing them.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the way the future's going, man. So it's full on, and
there's a few professional people in like Japan that do all that stuff as well.
They do it all over the world. Like especially like countries that are poor, like India and all those kind of countries.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of them do that to make income.
Yeah.
So, what do you say?
I was just laughing at what Con wrote, and then Amanda lost it at what he wrote, and it was just it was funny.
What? I love how everyone they just make everything. Hey, like, hey, you could be right.
Don't worry, man. That's like when Man United beat Arsenal 8-2. I'd hate to be an Arsenal fan. 8-2, you know? It's just, these things happen. I'd hate to be an Arsenal fan. They were saying it everywhere.
How is Manchester United?
Not very good.
I caught your show the other day. It was
We might save that for Monday night.
What was the result?
Oh, they drew with Chelsea, but it was a terrible effort. I mean, Chelsea had 23 shots. United had 3. It was just it was dismal outing, but
What
yeah.
do the new coaches do?
So Robert said, FYI, the Australian Tax Office are putting together tax regime for crypto. If you're keen to get into it before the ATO grabs their share. I think that might have been, we talked about it. Rob sent us the other day. He sent me an email the other
yeah,
day.
they're trying to get into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they slugged me 33% capital gains. So
Yep.
So yeah, just beware that when you do buy crypto, guys, it comes with a tax fee if you make profit. So even if you make loss, they look at it too.
Yeah, okay.
But if you make profit, yeah, it's a 33% capital gains
There you go.
tax. There are, I'm not going to say on the live, but there are ways to, you know.
There are ways.
I'm not saying nothing.
There are ways. When there's a will, there's a way.
There's a way.
When there's a will, there's a way. Just say that. Oh, are we
A
having...
little bit of a bubble there.
So you're meant to be on silent.
Sorry,
What are you
sorry.
doing?
But guys, I'll say one thing. Decentralized. That's the only thing I'll say.
So Reborn just jumped in because we mentioned soccer. He goes, the Women's World Cup qualifiers have been going on and England won 20-0.
Did they?
Have they played cardboard cutouts or what?
That's ridiculous. Oh, well. Against Latvia, Robert said. There
Oh,
you go.
there you go,
We'll save that for the soccer channel. So,
Latvia.
but Reborn, that's funny. I like it. Latvia.
They haven't played soccer in
Probably not.
20 years.
Probably not. But is there anything else anyone wants to add into the crypto talk?
Did you get into any crypto, Jimmy, while we're gone, or are you still on the?
You're going to give me some
What do you mean, give you some?
Well, he just wants you to hand some, man. Hand-me-downs. Hand-me-downs.
hand-me-downs.
See what I'm
If you're a nice guy, he didn't hand it down.
No,
Well, you know what? My sister, for my birthday present, she actually bought me crypto.
Hey,
Oh, wow.
there you go.
Yeah, she bought me crypto.
There you go.
So what she did was
Is
she
that,
went
is that, I believe that's Miss Cryptopolis.
Miss Cryptopolis. So she went and she got the address for Sandbox. So she got me some Sandbox.
Yeah.
And she
Bought
found
it.
out my address at
And
the
sent it
spot.
to you.
She sent it to me. It was in my account.
She's a hacker.
So you can, yeah, if you want to give,
You can gift.
You can gift crypto if you really want, guys.
Thank
So
you.
another,
my birthday.
yeah, I'll give you one.
He doesn't have an address to send it to you.
You're gonna get a, gotta get you set up on the.
We gotta get Jimmy set up, don't we?
You have to.
We get everyone else on board.
I
We will,
will, I'll
we will.
lose money by next week.
Hey.
Gio, how you doing?
Gio is in the house.
Joe.
We miss you, man. There's a seat available here.
He'll be here next week.
Was it
Gio will be on next week with Lucas, the fortnightly. So Robert said, now seriously, crypto can be mined. Have you got into that?
Yes. Well, I stake.
A little bit.
It's like
Staking
I'm
is mine.
staking. Yeah. I mean, I can't run computers, and I'm
We
not
do
a,
stake that, but you do need a very powerful computer to mine, like,
yeah.
like Bitcoin and that.
Stuff. Yeah, you do.
But we are staking, which is
yeah, we stake. So it's kind of like mining. It's like they give us rewards
Similar.
for like holding.
it
their
mines
stuff.
for you.
Yeah, it's like mining, I guess. In a
It
way,
is, that's
It's,
what it
it's holding.
Yeah,
It's
it's like
giving you a
gaining
reward,
interest,
but
but
it's giving you a reward
Yeah.
for holding
with them.
their coins with them.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Cool.
and you know some of the interest rates are pretty cool, like
Yeah.
25.5%
I believe
for VRA.
he's not in the chat anymore, Rob. But Chris has a friend that is pretty. He doesn't like. We don't say his name, but he's
His name's not spoken here.
he's not. But he's actually full on into mining. I think he like bought a computer for like
Yeah.
in excess of like 10K or something
Wow.
to mine. Yeah, so
Wow.
he's got the money to do it. He
Yeah,
did-
yeah.
and
Like
that's-
if you know
that's-
how to mine, like
Yeah.
you can do it, but you need a lot of power.
yeah, I think he
Especially
bought
with
yeah.
Bitcoin.
He bought a mining computer,
Yeah.
and it was
If
So
you can mine Bitcoin,
laughing.
laughing, but you know it does take a lot of energy.
Of
so
course.
you need a lot of.
So you're spending money anyway. Doing
Oh look,
it.
it's the heat like that
Course,
generates. You know,
course.
so you need a server room.
Yeah, of course.
So,
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's definitely staking is
Is the
amazing
way to go.
way to make.
Yeah,
Staking is an awesome way to make passive income. Passive. So money. If you know, passive income means like making money that just out of nothing. Like
Yeah.
you don't do anything. It just comes without. you
George
doing
Papa Giorgio says, anyone mining Pi? Yes.
anything. Yes, we are mining Pi.
We are.
How
but
many you
that's-
got? How many you got?
Oh, not much. I mean, John just sent to me, he goes, press on this button. And so I just press the button. I'm like, yeah, no worries.
Yeah, but if that goes onto a
Oh, you
if that
have
goes onto an
it's for
exchange
free.
one day,
Yeah,
you might
you've made money for
free
free.
money.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I mean? So we're mining pie.
yeah. So all right. So
Wait, any word on pie, George? You might know some more. Like, is it coming in?
come on, Papa Yorgio, tell us.
Is it coming on a exchange anytime soon? Probably doesn't even know.
While we're waiting for that, so all right, guys. So we've had a little bit of chat about crypto. There, we love starting the day with the crypto, don't we?
We love crypto, and look, I'll do some more research next time. I just didn't have the time this week, guys. So
That's all
sorry.
right.
But,
He's getting like guys, you know, it was his
we
birthday.
thought-
He's getting old. He's slowing down in his old
I
age.
didn't think the G man was going to be here tonight.
We did.
And he knows
The J man. We
he knows a
thought,
bit about crypto, so I thought,
but unfortunately, he got stuck in traffic.
yeah, he's still there.
See that planet? He's in that solar system.
He's still there.
He's still in that traffic.
But yeah, no, I thought he was going to be here and he was going to cover some other topics. So
Rob says pi will be the next COVID variant. Yeah,
we can't say the C word here, guys.
oh, you know, the next C variant.
Yeah, yeah, probably.
Probably that's the new letter.
There's no, yeah.
All right, well,
Probably,
we've
probably.
done that. Chris has given some real good tips. Jimmy's got Jimmy itching his fingers again to get into crypto. So
But Jimmy, you got to get into it, man.
yeah, you do.
Definitely. I'm going to do it.
You're gonna do it. What we'll do is
Here's
one day we'll just sit down with Jimmy and just
Well,
get him going.
if we won at 37K the other day, we'll
Yeah,
put that in.
man.
Did it lose by much?
Oh, I'm not sure. I didn't check them all, but there
Yeah,
was.
close.
I gotta
Hold
check
on,
it.
gamble responsibly.
Yeah, that's right.
Gamble responsibly.
Connors has said the Earth is flat once again. So
He's trolling me.
he's trolling the live chat. He knows what he wants the topic to be about. But so the first topic we're going to get into tonight, before I think everyone is coming for the Rogan Files. Everyone loves the Rogan Files because we had a real good one last week, didn't we? The JFK.
The JFK.
That was a real good one, wasn't it?
Even
And
the
like I
Paul-
said, I said Rob knew a bit too much about the JFK assassination
He knew too much.
to be innocent.
Rob, what do you know, Rob?
Rob, he knew a lot, didn't he? But yeah. So before we go into the Rogan Files tonight, we're going to talk about, and this goes for all ages, doesn't it? Because animations have been around for, I mean, you can go back to Looney Tunes, you go Walt Disney. They've been around for so long. But we're going to talk about what the best TV animation is and have a bit of a debate about that, aren't we?
We are, and there's a few good ones around.
There
I'll do
is.
that.
There
Yeah.
is.
But you grew up with some really good stuff.
We've grown up with some iconic ones, and like I said, there's ones that you go back, you know, like I said, the Looney Tunes, things like that. They were animations, weren't they? And they were
Yeah.
on TV. They were massive.
Yeah.
There's so many to go through in there.
Oh, mate, like I remember waking up in the morning. I used to watch.
Cheese TV, Aggro.
Oh yeah, Aggro was one I remember.
Aggro,
I used to watch Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah, Hanna-Barbera. Yeah,
I used to have all those
Yep.
Tom and Jerry.
Hanna-Barbera.
Was it Hanna-Barbera?
Yeah.
And they had all these different
Techno
cartoons.
Man concert. That was Techno Man.
Techno Man was the best, man.
Techno Man was lit.
Remember when they broke his crystal?
Yeah,
and he had
yeah.
to go into that
That was the
machine.
best. That was the best.
But one that resonates with me is Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah,
Dragon Ball Z was cool. Dragon Ball was
I
cool.
reckon it's the reason maybe that I didn't do too well in year 12.
I think that was the reason I didn't do too well because I think I was wagging to go to to go to John's house to watch
We need
cartoons
to
in the
just
morning.
wag to watch Dragon Ball Z because Goku would have an orb in his hand.
A spirit bomb for 7
for 7
weeks.
weeks. You know what I mean?
You know what it was? It started. We were like, the Don's here I'm gonna be dead after this. We were talking about it. Me and John would wag, and it would get from the cartoons in the morning. Then eventually, all of a sudden, Jerry Springer would be on at 12, and we'd still be at.
Jerry Springer was
Like, yeah, we loved it. It was
Jerry
like,
Springer as well. So, Jim, did you ever watch the Smurfs? You were a Smurfs guy,
Oh,
weren't you?
Smurfs was good. Yeah, Gargamel.
oh, he was the
Gargamel.
best man. Smurfs was killer though. Smurfs
I
was
love
good when you were young.
I hated that guy.
Yeah, everyone hated him.
Dude, Gargamel was one of the
He was the
villains.
worst, wasn't he?
He was a bad villain. He was a bad villain.
See, I loved. They've remade it now, but I loved it growing up.
They done a Smurfs movie.
They did, yeah.
Yeah.
They've remade it now. I loved He-Man and the Masters of the
Oh,
Universe.
He-Man.
I loved it. And I loved, there was ones called Silverhawks. There was all these, Astro Boy, Chris, he's not here. Chris was obsessed with Astro Boy.
Astro Boy.
Because it was his age group, you know, that he's born in the 70s.
I think the best South Park. And
See, I'm going to get into that. I'm going to get into that.
See, I'm not a South Park man.
Or see, I'm going to say it. Listen, the first 10 seasons of The Simpsons were amazing.
Yeah,
But after that,
lost interest.
they went down. Whereas
they did.
South Park, like it or not,
Are they still playing them?
yeah, they're having their 25th anniversary. And
I don't
the
watch it
thing,
anymore.
no, but the thing,
They're still making
oh
it.
yeah, they just made a movie.
Oh.
Post the C word, they're paying out the C word,
Are they?
and it's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
It's not as good as it used to be.
Well, the thing I've got to say about South Park is the reason it's one of the best is because you can go watch a South Park episode from any season
Yeah, yeah.
and you'll just laugh. Because, you know, what I love about them is, you know, all these people now, they're getting people to apologize for all these jokes and that. Do they ever ask South Park to apologize?
No.
Because why? Because South Park will tell them to go get.
They're pretty.
Trey Parker and Matt Stone will say,
They're
yeah.
pretty full on back then.
No, but that's what I mean. They've ripped so many different, whatever, whether it's right or wrong, they've paid out everyone.
I remember
Everyone.
I used to watch it like with they always want to try to kill that Kenny.
No, they didn't try. He just died of episode.
It's like an R-rated version.
It
of
was.
Simpsons.
And what you look at it, they never asked them to apologize like they do with all these other Hollywood actors, because the Hollywood actors, they all give in.
Yeah.
If they asked Trey Parker and Matt Stone, Barbara Streisand did it. She tried to take them on in the early 2000s. They made a whole season about paying her out. And then she just gave up. She's like, yeah, I'm done. Because they just went, they didn't care. They were getting sued and they did not care. They're like, yeah, we're going to do what we want.
You know
You know
what?
what I mean?
I watched those guys do. You know that show, basketball.
The movie was the best.
Yeah, I like
The
that. Show.
best.
I really like that one.
The best.
But I just never got into it. Like I never got into the crude humor. Like it was just wasn't for me. Hey, wasn't for me.
Yeah. All right, they're the
You
best.
gotta like.
I love
You
South
gotta
Park.
love it. To
I love
like
it.
it,
So
really.
a few people have jumped in. So Rob said straight at the start, Hanna-Barbera versus Warner Brothers versus Disney versus Looney Tunes. That's true. They're all in the same.
I reckon what was the best? I reckon Hanna-Barbera wasn't the best.
I reckon Looney Tunes out of them.
Looney Tunes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I still don't forgive Walt Disney because Disney killed Star Wars. So. So you know. George has said, I have the DVDs, and Lucas found that they're actually worth a bit of money.
What Techno Man?
I don't know if he's... Yeah, Technoman, there you go. As an ex-teacher, Rob said, the smart thing would be use DBZ in classrooms. KP and JG wouldn't have wagged my class.
Yeah, that would have been a great
Yeah.
idea. If they put one episode every morning before you went in,
everyone would
I'll
rock
go
up.
to school.
Yeah, everyone rock up. See,
See,
Rob,
he knows, man.
I told you, he's our CEO. We're getting him
The
in.
school system's not
Look
right.
up.
Yeah, behind. Remember BTN?
BTN?
It was a thing in school.
No, I don't remember that.
Behind the news.
No, behind the news.
That's before my time, man. I'm young.
I used to watch
I'm only
it every-
21.
We used to watch it every day there.
Did you?
Yeah.
And what did you say?
It was just like people talking about the news.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, so
That's awesome.
Reborn has said, I have all the episodes and films of DBZ till the end of the Boo saga. I loved the Boo. You know what? I loved the Freezer games.
Who said that?
No, Cell games, sorry.
Who said that?
Reborn.
Reborn. I've got pretty much every saga in DVD in box set,
Oh, God.
apart from the last, the Boo saga. I've got the Boo saga.
I've got them. I've got every single Dragon Ball Z episode, not illegally downloaded.
I've
No,
got
I've got the actual box set. I bought the box set.
Yeah, I'm just
I've got-
saying. I've got them.
I've got a collection of beta videos.
Beta? Really? So, and then Surak says, have you guys watched Cowboy Bebop? I've heard of it. I've never watched it. There's a live action reboot on Netflix and everyone hates it. George said, I'd say Simpsons was good to about 14, 15, George reckons. See, I was saying a bit earlier. And then George is laughing at what I said, Godzilla Barbara, because that's when Barbara Streisand, she tried to take on South Park. And for a whole season, they had a Godzilla Barbara that was destroying cities.
Oh, yeah,
they
they did.
ripped her, bro. And she gave up. She's like, I can't take these guys because, like I said, they're not going to
We're
apologize.
going to find a clip.
They will not apologize. They don't care.
Everyone always pays out Barbara Streisand.
Yeah, I know, but it's because she took them on, said, I tried to cancel them. Like, this was before cancel culture. And they just said, yeah, all right, take us on, you're dead. And they just
But
went,
like other movies.
oh, they do. Everyone pays around. That's
Yeah.
right.
I haven't seen a South Park episode for a long time.
Rob says he remembers BTN.
Yeah, there you go.
I love South. Listen, I honestly think, and this might be
But
controversial.
Is it as worse as it was now? or
Oh,
is
they
it
rip
calmed
everyone.
down?
No, they're crazy.
It's still-
Oh, see, I'm going to say it straight out. For me personally, and not saying that it's everyone's cup of tea,
Yeah.
but I actually reckon South Park's better than Simpsons because it's been better for longer. That's me, personally. I love the original Simpsons, like George said, up till 11, 12. Homer is probably the best cartoon character ever made.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't care what anyone says. He is the best character ever made because when you're a kid, you sit there and laugh at Bart. But when you're older and you watch Homer, it's the funniest shit you've ever seen in your life. He's hilarious.
Yeah, he's funny.
But that started getting...
Wow.
Oh, he's the...
One of the best.
Arguably the best cartoon character ever made. But South Park, as a show, was a better show for longer. Because you'll go... And I'll put it in there. The Simpsons movie sucked balls, whereas the South Park movie was fucking hilarious.
I just don't like the way they're drawn. Like,
Yeah, but you got to get it. That's why it's funny. Because they went and made this thing, had no talent. And look at them.
Simpsons.
yeah, I know. It's like the
But it's
worst.
I don't watch the Simpsons anymore.
No, it's because it's crap.
It's
No,
like the worst
not as good.
drawn.
Yeah.
It's like the worst. Like, it just looks shit.
So Rob, I was waiting for Rob to mention this because he wrote this to me earlier, right? And I read a bit about it. He said, okay, so here's a time warp. Precious Pup, Winnie the Witch, the Banana Splits. We only had the ABC in our country town. But he's saying we grew up,
oh, look,
they were like the best. Remember Bangers and Mash?
Your Bangers and Mash was the best. Do you remember
Rugrats. George loved Rugrats.
Rugrats
George
was awesome. Tintin?
Tintin.
Tintin was. Do you remember Tintin?
No.
Do you remember Danger Mouse?
Yes.
Danger Mouse. Yeah.
And then they had...
Do you remember,
Does
do
anyone-
you remember Duckula?
Yes.
Duckula was awesome.
Does anyone ever remember... I'm going to put it out there now. I loved this one as well. Because I loved those ones. He-Man. I loved He-Man.
He-Man
Right? I said it.
was,
But Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, alright. I'm sorry, but that's one of the best animations ever made.
Teenage Mutant
Yeah, that was
Ninja
good.
Turtles.
Like, for a guy that grew up in
it
that
was
era,
the
it was
best.
my favourite.
Raphael.
George, see, we used to play my brother George out. He's Raphael. He's the
He's
one that
Raphael.
he acts on emotion. Just,
Oh my god, he's Raphael.
yeah, and I'm like Michelangelo. I'm the little brother.
I
that
remember
just-
playing. I used to play that stuff in the school.
That
Yeah.
was the best, man. Everyone loved it. So that was awesome for our time as well.
It was.
Very good for our time.
I
He-Man.
had all the
Does anyone ever? Do you remember? You might remember. Biker Mice from Mars.
yes. I love Bucket Muscle. They weren't as good as
No, they weren't. Nowhere near as good, but they were funny.
What about the Jetsons?
Jetsons.
What are Flintstones? You got to give Flintstones a shout.
you gotta
Jetsons.
shout it out.
Well, the Flintstones, you got to shout them out as one of the best, don't you?
They
Even
are.
if you don't like it, they're one of the
No,
best.
they are.
Yeah.
They're pioneers.
Yeah.
But Bugs Bunny, man.
Didn't they make
That's what I'm saying,
Didn't
Looney
they make a
Tunes.
Flintstone movie?
Yes, they
Yeah,
did.
they did, yeah.
Yeah, they did.
So
Bugs
that's what I'm
Bunny-
saying. Looney Tunes are. Looney Tunes are.
But it's better than Disney.
I think it is.
Yeah.
I think Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Yosemite Sam, Foghorn Leghorn, they're all better than Mickey Mouse and all
Wasn't
that.
Donald Duck and Daffy Duck related?
No, because Donald Duck is Walt Disney.
Yeah, but
There's some
And-
stuff about Disney we have to bring
Oh,
up in
definitely,
a
we will.
conspiracy.
Yeah, he's
There is.
Yeah, we have
About-
to
about
definitely
the
about Walt
their
Disney.
program-
but-
yeah, their
definitely.
programming.
So
I want Jimmy
we
for
have
that one.
to. We have to. So I mean, there's some
They
Looney
give
Tunes. I remember coming in with the Don
Yeah, yeah.
and just watching Looney Tunes cartoons like on Christmas holidays and that. Like it was just they were the best.
I know this is not an animation, but one of the best shows growing up for me was called Monkey Magic.
I was the best.
Oh yeah.
Do you know how much? Oi, do
Was that
you
the
know how
best?
much Krillin
Yeah. Monkey
Chris,
Sandy.
yeah,
that's-
Yeah, yeah.
loves Monkey Magic?
Monkey Magic is
Dude.
awesome.
You want me to do Monkey Magic? You ready?
And
You know that Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah, of course.
Because that's
Yeah,
Goku.
of course.
the dubbing was pretty good on that.
Yeah, it was the
No,
best.
Hey Sandy.
It was like Squid Game 34 years ago.
What?
But you know what? I didn't even know. I thought they were talking like that.
Oh, see, Amanda's put another one in there. That is a popular one, Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry was really
Yeah.
good.
Popular one, very,
Very
popular.
popular.
Well, this is what I'm saying. It's not necessarily one that you liked because it's like we're saying Flintstones has to be considered one of the best, but I didn't necessarily love it. But it was definitely one of the best animated because of how popular it was. The Jetsons, all them ones, you know, like
I don't know. It's hard to compare. Like,
there's just so many different ones, isn't there?
yeah, they're so different. Like Dragon Ball Z for me was one of the epic. Like to go through what the story just
Dude,
gets you, man.
I used to
Just
run.
gets you.
Is Monkey Magic on Netflix or anything?
Hey?
Nah, I don't think so.
Netflix.
No, Dragon Ball Z is on.
Yeah, no,
What about
saying Monkey Magic.
Oh, Monkey Magic.
Dude,
They should.
I reckon the box set was on sale a few years ago.
I used to.
They would go nuts.
JP.
on
You asked George, man. I used to go pick up cricket bats and stuff, and I used to run around the house going, "By the power of Grayskull." I loved He-Man. Like,
I used to love Monkey Magic.
Monkey Magic was killer.
Didn't he have? Wasn't there Sheila as well?
We used to,
Shira, she came later.
Yeah.
That was after.
I used to
Yeah.
play Monkey Magic with my cousins. We used
Yeah.
to like pretend I was
Ah,
Monkey.
it's
and
the best, man.
my cousin was like,
Dude,
Pixie.
me and George.
Sandy.
Sandy.
All right, so
wait. Before we go. Tippy Ducker, was that a girl or guy?
who?
Trippy
I was a
Ducker.
girl, wasn't it?
The priest in Monkey Magic.
She was a girl, wasn't she?
Well, it looked like it
I
was
think
a
it was
priest.
a guy, wasn't it?
She was dubbed in a girl voice.
It was a
But I
dog
reckon
in
it was.
your
Yeah, but I
voice.
reckon it was a guy.
Well, Trippy Ducker, a male or female?
All right, there you go. So Rob has said oldest cartoon characters in order. I actually thought Mickey Mouse was first, but Felix the Cat, Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, Bonzo the Dog, Fred Flintstone. And he said, who the hell's Bonzo the Dog? But I didn't know Felix the Cat was first. I actually thought it was Mickey Mouse.
Wait, I don't even know who Felix the Cat is.
It looks a bit, he's like a cat, like a black and white.
Oh, I
looking
remember
cat.
him.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember the name.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
See, Jess, I forgot to put this one out for Jess. Jess said, but because we're guys, we're not going to say it. Sailor Moon. All the girls loved it.
Oh,
It
I would have
was
to
a-
say, look, I was to say recently, the funniest animation movie, it's that Cat in the Hat with Mike Myers.
Oh, Mike Myers, yeah,
He's
he's
funny,
funny.
man.
He is
I
funny.
haven't
Though.
seen that
But he is a funny guy.
Hilarious. He's the
Yeah,
best.
I mean, he's done some good work, man. Nice.
Rob has said cartoons are very much children's generation education, and that is true because now they've got Dora and all that. The whole education has missed a huge opportunity and continue to do so. Jess has said Gumby. Who remembers Gumby?
I used to love
Yeah.
Gumby.
Gumby, yeah.
Gumby.
I agree with that.
Like,
it
like a
has,
skinny.
it has,
Yeah, I agree with what Rob said.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Gumby was awesome.
Yeah, Gumby was cool.
Yeah, but it was a bit weird sometimes.
He was Gumby.
Like Pokey was weird.
But you know what happened?
Yeah.
You know what happened with
He was
Gumby?
weird.
But you know what happened with Gumby though?
What happened with Gumby?
It was school bullying. Everyone was called Gumby.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's
Yeah,
true.
you're
When
Gumby.
when you walked, if you walked weird, someone was like, "You're Gumby."
Yeah,
Oh,
it was pretty bad.
Remember Top Cat? Amanda says.
Top Cat. Yeah, I remember Top Cat. What
Well,
else is there? The Smurf, obviously.
Dude, there's so many.
they're showing
like,
our ages.
yeah.
I
Listen.
used to watch ABC. How about? Do you remember Banana Man?
Yeah.
And then Apple Man was like
Yeah.
a villain.
Yeah. What about
Planet?
Captain Planet?
Captain Planet is the most underrated show ever. Earth, fire,
Wind, water.
heart.
With
Captain
your
Planet.
with your powers combined, I am Captain Planet.
Captain Planet is a hero.
You guys watched a lot. You watched a lot of shows.
Dude, I used to watch so much TV.
Sooty and Friends.
Sooty,
Jeff
I remember
says.
Sooty.
There you go.
How about that one that drives the car?
Sooty and Friends.
I don't know. Is Thomas the Tank Engine an animation?
Nah.
Oh, they're boring, man.
How about Postman Pat?
Postman Pat.
Even my-
Postman
even-
Pat.
even my-
Postman Pat and his black and white cat.
My little boy won't even watch it.
No, Thomas, one
He
watch
hates it.
There you
He hates
go.
it.
There you go.
He's boring.
Oh, George just said Garfield.
Garfield was good.
Yes.
But Garfield, was he more? Do you consider him an animation or he was a comic?
No, he was an animation.
Yeah,
I
but he was a
remember.
comic first, wasn't he?
He was a comic.
Yeah.
But most of the animations
Yeah.
are.
Well, like He-Man was a toy. It was based
Yeah,
on a
yeah.
toy. So it had no storyline, nothing. It was just based on
How
a toy.
good was He-Man the movie?
Oh, I loved it. With Dolph Lundgren.
That
Oh,
was the best. Like,
best, man.
are they
When
bringing out a new He-Man?
they want to.
Every kid wants to be He-Man.
Oh,
They
man.
did.
You know, when Gwildor ate the chicken and he's like, it tasted good.
That was the best scene. Do you know what? At that movie, that's pretty much all I remember. is when
Really?
we're in the
I know
chicken.
that movie off by
Nah,
heart.
I've
Because
watched-
Man at
I've watched it so
Man
much.
at Arms is eating it and he's going, and he goes, what? He goes, well, it's an animal. He's like, it's a bird. And he goes, "Ooh, it tasted good. And he just puts it down.
You know, every time I watch that scene,
Yeah, it's
I always want KFC.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Uh,
Reborn has said Noddy.
Noddy, that's the one that drives the car.
There you go.
That's
He's
the
answering
one.
you.
Yeah.
Rob, I tell you, Rob comes up with someone's. Rob has said Captain Pugwash and Jamie the Magic Torch.
I heard him. Sorry for that.
How about Goof Troop? I used to love Goof Troop.
Reborn says we'll have to get a pic of the Lion O and Snarf statue I got.
What's that?
He must have he's going to get us a picture, he reckons.
That'll
That
be
he's
good.
got.
That'll be good.
Reborn's a champion, isn't he?
We love
We've got to
Reborn.
up Reborn.
All the way in snowy England.
He's in snowy England, he's there. We've got to up to Reborn. I told you, the nicest Liverpool fan I've ever met in my life. Nicest Liverpool fan I've ever met.
I don't know what else. What else is there?
Rob says if any of you can get your hands on a hand-signed cartoon litho, get one, keep it. I'll tell you something, Rob. My uncle, my uncle Nick, he has to this day, and he saved it because he was always saying back in the day that it was going to be worth money. He actually has Castle Grayskull.
The actual
toy?
I
And
remember-
apparently it's worth ridiculous amounts of money because it's the original. He's got and it opens.
It's in a box.
It's not, he had it open, but it's still got it. And it opens like Castle Grayskull.
I remember that toy.
And he's
I
got
wanted
Battle
it.
Cat he's got him, and he's still got him. He's like, no, I'm keeping him. Like, and this is my uncle's in his 60s. I don't know.
That's the
The
best.
best, man. Loves
On
it.
eBay, how much do they go?
Oh, apparently they go for thousands, like ridiculous amounts of money. Like actual, if you've got actual the castle, like he does,
Yeah.
it's worth
I
So
remember the toys.
if I don't know if anyone can answer that for us, yeah, how much is Castle Grayskull worth? But it's worth, yeah. Mine and George's uncle has it.
How
And
about
it's-
Should do Google.
how about Scooby Doo?
you know what? You got to mention it, but I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna put it out there straight away. I hated it.
Really?
Yeah. I thought the main, what's his name, the one with Scooby Doo, the two main characters.
Scooby Doo and it's Shaggy.
I hate them. They were so annoying.
That's pretty.
No, them two were they were just too annoying for me. They were just so annoying.
Yeah.
It's like every time it's like, man, how many times are you gonna walk in that door? Oh, should we go in there, Scooby? Like, dude, come
You
on,
do the
man.
voice so good. He does the voice so good.
Do you know what I mean? Like, how many times are you gonna walk in that wrong door,
Yeah,
man?
no, it's good.
Do-do-do-do-do-do. Like, come on, man.
Oh no, and then it had that. What was his name?
I hated them all.
I'm trying to find them for sale.
What was his name?
Jimmy's trying to find himself. So, Reborn says his missus has a hardcore nightmare before his missus is a hardcore nightmare before Christmas fan. We had to get her collection valued for insurance. She sat in about 6K's worth of stuff.
Wow.
Night before. Yeah, there you go. Nightmare before Christmas.
Wow.
See, some toys are like freakish.
You know what would be like? Some people collect those Hot Wheels.
Yeah, yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I've heard them. Some
The
of them
guy
are
from
worth money.
Drakey's.
Yep.
He's got a collection.
So Rob, I think Rob is answering what I said. Mint in box is huge value. So Nick's isn't in a box, but he has Castle
If it's
Grayskull.
in a box,
My uncle's, but he actually has it, and it's in good condition. It's obviously not in a box, but it's still worth money. Like,
You know what I used to love? Scrooge. No, DuckTales.
yeah,
I used to love DuckTales.
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 Love DuckTales?
All right. You're a crazy guy.
I'm a crazy guy. DuckTales. Woo.
That's the best. So we've mentioned, and the chat,
There's so much.
the chat has mentioned so many. If you had to pick,
Are we missing any?
I don't know. Are we missing any animations, guys, that we're missing out? You know, like, I don't know.
what's the best one?
You know what's the really good manga?
See-
Street Fighter manga one.
The Street Fighter, the animated movie, is
Yeah,
amazing,
it's
but
good.
the best manga animation, I actually reckon, is Ninja Scroll.
I haven't watched it.
It's the best drawn one. It's the best one, I
Okay.
reckon.
I
Yeah,
love manga ones. They're very
yeah. George,
very real.
yeah. Darkwing Duck, Rob says. See what this
Darkwing Duck was awesome.
Listen,
When there's trouble, you call DW.
does anyone remember Silverhawks?
Silverhawk.
Wings of Fury, wings of steel,
Fury.
Silverhawks, and they're like all flying on their wings. It was it was like He-Man time.
It was like Care Bears, man.
We said Looney Tunes.
Yeah, Looney Tunes.
Yeah, Looney
You
Tunes.
sound like
Certain characters.
Oh yeah, but we're just counting it all together.
they sound like Care. You sound like Care Bears.
Care Bears. The only, you know, I knew the Care Bears movie off by heart. Do you know why?
Why?
Because me and George had Vacation, the original Vacation, dubbed on this tape,
Yeah.
and dubbed before it. You know, back in the day, used to videotape. My sister had Care Bears on it, and my mum would always make us sit through Care Bears so me and
Yeah.
George could watch Vacation because we were obsessed with it. Ah, Care Bears.
Care
man.
Bears. I
Forest of
remember the toy.
feelings,
My
care a lot, and earth own far apart.
I can't remember that song.
No, but because me and George had to watch it over and over just to watch Vacation because we loved Chevy Chase and Vacation. It was the best.
Cherry Chase.
We loved Vacation and we just had to watch it all the time.
I reckon. You know what I reckon?
Autocat, I remember Autocat, Rob, and Motto Mouse, he's saying. I remember Autocat.
Do you know what I reckon? I reckon the kids don't have it as good as we
Nah,
used
not
to.
cartoon ones. They got
Nah.
Dora.
There's no
And Diego.
There's no cartoons anymore.
Not like there was back
Nah.
then.
Well, they got lame
Nah.
ones.
There's no. It's just Netflix. That's it.
Yeah, but it's just not,
Jess has said Rainbow Bright.
it's not about the cart. They do have
Is
cartoons.
that paying out my Care Bears?
They do have cartoons now, but not the caliber that we
Yeah.
we just had some. We had some
Nothing beat
bangers.
the Roadrunner.
That's an in-house joke George is saying about the Care Bears movie there. Because there's this bit, then the evil one's trying to get the kid, and his name's Nicholas. And when she's like trying to egg him on, she's going, Nicholas. And me and George were like, man, we're getting to the end of the movie now. Almost can watch Vacation.
You know what? I was going to mention one that I used to like watching, and it used to like kind of freak me out a little bit when I was a kid. It It was the Ren and Stimpy show.
Oh, that's
They
right.
used
Me
to-
and
they
Jess
used
were
to-
saying it last night. I forgot to mention that.
Yeah, they used to really
No,
like.
SpongeBob too.
Oh, SpongeBob.
Can
Yeah.
I tell you the best
Oh,
bit?
Did you ever watch Ren and Stimpy?
There was Ren and
It was
Stimpy.
like, it was like SpongeBob.
And,
wasn't it?
nah, it was
A bit.
Ren and Stimpy was crude. And Beavis and Butthead.
Well, Beavis
Can
and
I
Beavis
tell
and
you
Butthead.
the best ever Ren and Stimpy scene?
What?
I was saying it to Jess last night, and I said I got to imitate it on the show.
Yeah.
There's this bit because Stimpy always used to annoy Ren. Remember?
Yeah.
Stimpy did the most stupidest thing, and he goes. Ren turns around and he goes, "Stimpy, you idiot! What you trying to do? Kill me?" And Stimpy's just looking at him like this, and he goes, "I'm sorry, Ren." It's the best. Because he just had no idea what he was getting angry about. And Ren's about to stab him, and he just goes, "I'm sorry, Ren." It's the
How about
best.
when they get those massive people when they
Oh,
see
dude.
their
Yeah.
hairs
They like
up?
zoom in on him.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like, "Grrr."
Yeah, that was on for a while.
Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. It was. But it
Beavis and
was
Butthead.
disturbing a bit.
Pretty popular.
What's that? Jess has said KP, you know Pingu. What's Pingu?
Bingo.
I don't know what that is.
Do you guys remember Sunrise Pizza Cat?
Oh, the best.
Oh,
The
awesome.
best, but I think that was just a rip-off of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
They were.
They eat pizza,
They were.
and it upset me.
They were.
There's so many.
We're gonna find out what the best is.
Well, okay, so we're
Put a
going
vote.
out there.
Put a vote.
Put it out there to the fans. All of us, please tell us your
Top three.
favorite TV animation ever.
Top 3.
Chris, top 3 TV
Top three?
animations.
All right, number 1 for me, it would be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Dragon Ball Z. Third. I don't know, I was gonna go Simpsons, but they kind of pissed me off afterwards. So I'm probably gonna go. I might have to revisit this, but I'll go Smurfs.
Smurfs.
I think they were like a big.
Easily growing up was definitely South Park and Simpsons.
Yeah,
And after that, but it just got boring after.
yeah.
Yeah, but you didn't grow up when you were younger. You didn't really grow up with South Park or.
Well, South Park is 25 seasons this year,
South
so
Park was-
South
technically
Park was that long?
it's going to be
I
25
remember watching
seasons
it when I
this
was
year.
younger, yeah.
Yeah, South Park was out. It's been as long as Simpsons. It just wasn't popular.
That's crazy.
It was a long time.
I didn't realize
But
that.
when it first started, it was unreal. Everyone
Yeah,
was,
yeah, I
everyone
liked
was talking about South Park. It was massive.
Penguin on the Potty, Jets said.
I reckon. Yeah, DBZ is my.
Is your favourite?
Well, Ninja Turtles and DBZ one of my 2 favorites.
George Papageorgiou has said the Smurfs top 1.
Oh,
Just saying that's it.
that
Smurfs is the best,
it was,
he's
it was
saying.
good. It was good.
DBZ, Adventure Time, and Futurama. Oh, Futurama.
We forgot to mention Futurama and American Dad. We didn't mention them ones. They're
Oh,
new
yeah.
ones. Family
Do you
Guy.
like- do you like
I
Family
don't
Guy?
like Family Guy, no.
Nah.
I just could never get into it.
No, I haven't. American
I haven't
Dad.
even
No,
watched. I, haven't
I
watched
thought
it.
I actually liked American Dad more than Family Guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't got into it.
But
I hate the guy's voice. How's it?
you sound
Who?
like him. You sound like him.
I
Your dad?
I can't do that. I can't do it.
Oh, God.
What do you reckon, KP?
definitely South Park.
Number 1?
Yeah, I reckon.
Number
And-
1?
Yeah. And I think you have to put Simpsons in there.
Yeah.
And for me personally, it probably isn't the best because when you look back, it was probably not that good. I'm going to say He-Man. But yeah, like Ninja
He-Man was
Turtles.
good, though.
Yeah, but Teenage Mutant Ninja and Dragon Ball Z. They're my like the
I
top
reckon
5.
more like top 5 than top
Yeah, they're
3.
my
There's
top
so
5.
many.
They're my top 5, definitely.
Like Simpsons will be in my top 5.
Yeah,
100%.
they're my top 5.
Yeah.
I just think, like we said, 25 seasons it's going. Like they've made
Amazing.
movies and they're still funny. That's why I just think South Park's
Yeah, I never got into it. Like
their movie. Have you ever watched the South Park movie?
Nah, I never got
It
into it.
is, yeah, but the movie. That's the thing about South Park. You don't have to be in it to watch it because no episode intertwines.
Nah.
It's just random crap every time. The movie is so funny. It's just hilarious.
You have to watch it.
But yeah, so Jess says South Park, Sailor Moon, Farthing Wood Friends. the random one. We haven't heard that
I
one.
know that one.
So Black Mountain Radio, how are you? I don't know if we've seen you before. Thank you for being in and commenting and saying rocket power.
Rocket Power. I don't know what Rocket
Rob
Power
has said, if you choke a Smurf, what colour do they turn? Jess is just cracking up.
Red.
It's true, isn't it? Well, because when Homer chokes Bart, he goes red, doesn't he?
Yeah, but they'll go green.
You reckon green?
Yeah.
Blue and green should never be seen, man.
That's right.
Oh, that's a good one, by Rob. I like that one. Isn't it? Not condoning choking Smurfs or anything, but
If something
Jess,
comes- I love to watch techno.
Beavis and Butthead was a series, just the same, but I don't think it was, like we said, it wasn't in the top echelons of animations. It was funny just because, I'll put it out there, I think all the stoners liked
All right.
it, didn't they?
How about this? Like, favorite animation movie?
See, I go into other ones because all the DC movies, the best movies are animated, like the Batman ones.
Oh, yeah.
And my favorite one is because Mark Hamill plays the Joker in in a lot of them and that. And my favorite animation is called Batman Under the Red Hood movie
I've
animation.
seen
Yeah, it's a Batman one, but it's based on one of the Batman the comics. And because I read the comics
Yeah.
and collected the comics and that's my favorite.
I'm gonna go Shrek.
Oh, you're talking about them. Yeah, that's different. You're talking about the Hollywood ones. Shrek, I love Shrek, and it's own. Do you know honest reason?
Shrek.
I love Mike Myers, but if Eddie Murphy's not in Shrek, it's
No.
not funny.
It's not.
The donkey
The donkey makes it.
is the best.
Yeah.
You know that bit when he cuts him in the swamp, and the donkey draws a line. He's only got like a little corner.
Yeah.
He's like, "This is my swamp. You're gonna be in my swamp because I got this half, you got that half." And then he turns around, and he realizes he's got nothing, and then he's like, he curls up in a little ball in this little corner. Like the donkey, Eddie Murphy's so
We're
funny.
getting on delivery, guys, from the dog.
Louis, give the boys a piece of cake.
Oh, here we go,
But
guys.
still, when you don't like
Yeah, I don't like this cake, so
Why? What's wrong with
I would give this cake 1 potato.
Why?
I just didn't like the flavour.
What is it? Red
Jess bought this cake. It's meant to be red velvet,
All right.
but I don't think it
Jess
tasted.
bought it.
Yes,
Isn't that a song?
Thanks, Jess.
I don't think it tasted anything like red velvet. It was just me. I didn't like it. It tasted like candy. It's me personally.
That's a nice cake.
Do you like it?
Yeah. It's
Me
nice.
and Jess didn't like it at all.
That's nice, man. So the Don loves it.
that's all right.
I hate it.
it.
No, it's like candy, but yeah, but he's a sweet tooth.
Mate, this is
He is, man. He's like his dad. He gets like 3 tablespoons of sugar in his
cherry
coffee.
ripe.
Yeah, I don't like it. I just didn't
I'm
like it.
going to give this a
Cherry
good...
ripe, cherry ripe.
Yeah, I'm going to give
Me
it
and Jess just didn't like it.
I'm going to give it a solid 8 potato.
8 potatoes. I'll give it like, that's a 1.
Ah, ah.
Jess, you here seeing this? It's crazy. Crazy, guys. What about you?
It was good.
How many potatoes?
And Jeff
Seven.
bought it.
Seven.
Jeff bought it for my name day.
Yeah, Jess bought it for under.
Could I pull up?
It was. We can't give away the Don's name, man. Shush.
No.
The Don. You're the Don. But it was his name day. Jess said tastes like raspberry and lollies. Yeah, it was too much like candy for me, personally. I don't know if it's
I
changed.
love that taste.
I don't know if it's changed since it's been in the
What's
fridge,
that?
but
I like raspberries.
It tastes like raspberries,
And
yeah.
cherry ripe.
Cherry ripe. Tastes like cherry ripe.
Yeah.
I just didn't like it. How can it taste like raspberry? Listen, I'm going to hit you here with a bat. How can it taste like raspberry
Alright.
and cherry ripe? They're 2 different things.
We're Korean, man.
Yeah, but there's raspberry and cherry.
We're Korean.
That's like saying that pea. That's like saying it tastes like pea and ham soup and pumpkin soup.
We're bad at describing.
That's like this tastes like pea and ham soup and pumpkin soup.
No, because Jim said raspberry, I
Yeah.
just went with it.
No, cherry ripe.
Yeah, it's nice.
I didn't like it.
I feel sorry.
I was thinking about using it, but I was gonna get Krillin when he walked into the house and just stand around the corner and just pie him in the face. Hopefully he's
I
not
would pay
watching.
to see that.
Hopefully he's not watching because he might.
You got to send a memo next time for taste testing.
Yeah, we're gonna send taste. That's it. Doesn't matter. We're trying to keep a bit to our roots, aren't we, Chris? So we're
No, that's right.
doing a bit of a potato ratings on the show.
It was. It,
You know what? We didn't actually say.
what?
What was your potato rating for the HFD burger?
Oh,
We didn't even say.
it was amazing.
Potatoes.
I'll give it 9.8 potatoes.
No, definitely a 9.
Nine potatoes. Yeah, I'm going with Chris. See,
It
listen.
was so juicy.
I grew up with those burgers. We used to make them in our shop. My dad, man, we used to work in our old
Yeah.
fish and chip shop. My dad used to hand make the patties. You know, for just all week.
Let's give it a 10,
Yeah,
I'll
I love
I
them.
don't give anything 10 because nothing's perfect.
The only thing that gets 10 for me are gulbebia.
Good bet.
If people don't know, if you know, you know. So, but if you've had a gulbebia, mate, it's a Cypriot
They are
thing.
good.
They are is
They are good.
10 potatoes all time.
But
Yeah, I'm going 9.8 for the burger. So before we keep going,
I think Jimmy we said about the movie. What your favorite?
your favorite animated movie?
So,
Yeah.
there's so many to choose from.
What to say? What? Shrek.
Shrek was good.
Shrek was good.
Shrek was real good.
Shrek was
another
good.
good?
See, Rob has jumped in and goes, the tight ass accountant says highest grossing animation movies, Lion King, 1.3 billion, Frozen, 1.27 billion, Incredibles.
Incredible. How about
Incredibles 2. Sorry,
What about
Minions. Minions is up there,
Yeah,
1.1.
the Minions.
I see. I love that. What Rob just said. Sorry, I love the original Toy Story.
Toy
Yeah.
Story was good.
Tom Hanks.
How about Aladdin when that first came out?
Oh yeah,
That
no,
was
Toy
good.
Story was better. Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Aladdin was really good when it first came out. Like it was like the technology
Yeah, I love
behind
it.
the
Listen,
cartoon. Like it was
I
really cool.
loved it. Aladdin's the best one, I think, out of all of them.
Well, I remember going to the movies to watch it, and my dad freaked out of the cartooning.
Listen,
because it was like different.
I'll tell you what. You know how I said about Shrek? Shrek is amazing because Eddie Murphy's in it.
Yeah.
Aladdin is amazing because of Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Robin Williams
100%. Yeah.
It's one of the funniest
Yeah,
movies.
yeah,
If you
yeah.
actually sit there and just watch the genie,
Yeah.
it's one of the funniest movies ever.
But the villain's good in that too.
Oh, Jafar is the best.
Good villain.
What about
Easy,
Roger
yeah.
Rabbit?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. That is a great animated movie, but it's a half-half.
What is it?
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
I love that movie.
Great animated
Great
movie.
movie.
Great movie.
I was like, I want to go to Toontown.
Yeah, it's the best. Doc Brown is the villain.
Doc Brown is the villain. He like turns into that. Remember at the end, like turns into that rubber.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's the
that-
best. So Rob was paying us out, man. He's saying you're judging the Don's burger in front of the Don. What are you gonna say, punk? You can't give it a bad review, can you? Yeah, we did.
If-
Jess
if
was
anything-
cracking up laughing.
If anything, Jimmy's gonna get kicked out.
Yeah, because he only gave it a 9, so Jimmy's in trouble. Con says Aladdin was killer. Jess says Alice in Wonderland was the best movie animation. There was good Alice in Wonderland. They're popular ones, man.
I haven't watched it. So.
Well, there's those old ones. You know how popular they are, like Charlotte's Web.
Yeah, Charlotte's Web.
So
That was a
popular.
good one.
Yeah, so popular, and that's made in the 70s, I think. Like it's
Yeah.
so popular.
Nah, Charlotte's Web was good. There's so many good ones, man. There's just
Like makes you believe that the pig could become friends with that spider, and everyone hates spiders, but they love that spider.
I know that spider was wild.
Everyone loved her. Everyone loved Charlotte. She was
I
so
know.
for a spider to be that caring was crazy.
Always get like Charlotte's Web mixed up with Babe.
It's this, isn't the pig? That's what it is, isn't it?
Is it?
I think it is.
Her
Yeah,
name.
I think that pig is based. I think Babe is based on that pig, isn't it?
No. I
Oh
don't
no!
think so.
Please, someone tell us in that. Jess has said Bambi.
Bambi.
You know when the mum thinks Bambi's dying, when I think it's when the mum's about to die, she's yelling for it. She's going, Bambi, Bambi.
How about that one where the dogs eat that spaghetti and then like they
Oh, Lady and the Tramp.
Lady and Tramp. That was a cool.
That's iconic one. Lady and the Tramp.
All
yeah.
right, the truth's come out. You've all watched too much bloody TV.
We
shows.
have.
Truth out, guys.
Listen, my knowledge of movies is next level, and George's as well is, and this Vol movie is just.
Yeah, no,
Pretty
I love.
Listen,
love movies.
I grew up with obviously older
Yeah,
brothers.
Yeah.
Like I said, it probably wasn't the right thing to do, but was showing me things like Eddie Murphy Delirious when I was like 5 years old. You know, so I was watching all these movies as a little kid. Like
No, I
You know?
love my
Bambi's adorable. Just said.
Bambi was adorable.
Do you know there's a conspiracy about Bambi?
Oh no, what is it?
Is Bambi a boy or a girl?
Yeah.
No, but it's a boy because doesn't he meets the girl later, doesn't he?
Does it?
And then yeah,
I can't remember.
they have like a baby family.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but people are like that. People are like, oh, it's a boy. No, it's a girl.
It's like Monkey Magic, the priest.
Exactly.
It's a girl boy.
Exactly.
It's a bit darker.
I thought it was girl all this time.
I thought it was a boy.
Amanda says Moana is the best of all time. Jess says Siamese cat scene in Lady and the Tramp.
Can
It's a funny scene, that one.
Someone say find out Tripitaka was a girl or a boy?
So a priest is normally a boy, and they go on the pilgrimage to India, and they call him a boy,
Yeah.
but it's
Then
played by a girl
yeah,
with
girl
a girl
voice.
voice. He looks like a girl.
So Rob is putting it. Rob's not a fan. Rob doesn't like Bambi. He's putting it out there. He reckons Jess is on her own with Bambi. But see, that's what we're saying. There's just so many.
Tripitaka looks like Sinead O'Connor.
Who?
Sinead O'Connor,
Sinead, the actor,
like that singer.
the singer.
Yeah, probably is that. Tippy Tucker.
Yeah, Tripitaka.
Apparently Sandy died.
Yeah.
Jess
Yeah.
reckons she knew her ideas wouldn't go well around here. With all her Sailor Moons and Bambi, she reckons.
Sailor Moon.
So, but what we're saying is there's a lot of good animated movies, isn't there, as well? We were talking about CTV and we went into movies, but there's heaps, isn't there?
Oh, look, it's never ending.
And it depends what you like. If you like Pixar, like Shrek, Toy Story, they're different. If you like Disney, they're different. If you like...
Yeah. I reckon the best, when I was younger, ABC had the best stuff.
Oh, yeah. Do you know what animated movie I loved? It was like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and it was only because I loved Michael Jordan, was Space Jam.
Space Jam's cool. The new one sucks.
Yeah, because LeBron is half the player of Michael Jordan.
Hey, do you remember the show Puddle Lane?
Puddle Lane.
Yeah, it was on channel ABC.
George probably knows it.
And they used to go bomb bomb, and they used to have an owl and a gazebo.
Maybe I
and
don't
there
know.
was the wizard, and he used to like go into like a ward, like this ward, and it's got this.
Wasn't that the whole first Lord of the Rings?
It was the way it was. It was Lord of the Rings, but he was like this. And then like when he used to do that, like I think a show would start.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was called Puddle Lane.
I don't remember.
Does anyone in the chat remember Puddle Lane?
Puddle Lane. There you go.
Probably not. It is one of those ones.
Well, so I mean, we've talked about all the animations and that, and
We have.
before we
Go to
get
the
before
room.
we go into the Rogan Files, we're going to have a little intermission, guys. And with that intermission, we're actually going to bring you up a preview of
our next video.
coming out. A video that's coming out. We're just going to show you the bloopers, actually, because
Yeah, so the video is us doing the
Yankee Burger.
Yankee Burger Bar.
Yeah.
It's on where is it? Henley Beach
Henley
Road.
Beach
Just
Road,
open
yeah.
up.
So they do burgers
Yeah,
and all
so-
that. So it hasn't come out yet, but
But we're going to just put up an intermission because last week we realized that we needed to probably get up for about 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Just so, like we didn't get stuck to the chair. But we're going to bring that up and we'll be back shortly,
in about
guys.
5 minutes.
Please continue to interact in the chat. If you got anything you want to say, just say it and we'll be here. We're just going to step up for 1 minute. I'll just get this here.
He's not. He's here.
Hey!
Hey,
Hey!
how are ya?
We keep hearing John.
Stop farting, John.
I didn't fart, boys.
Stop talking. You got us on speaker or something, relax.
Or just had some hot. Oh.
What were you up to? Were you... Alright, yeah, so...
What's wrong with you, Johnny? It's don't put full potatoes. It's what it is, man. All right. All right. I'm being a bit generous, probably, but the guy was a nice guy.
I'm just laughing because we're doing the review and you don't expect to hear this. What do you mean? No, for potatoes. Imagine he was doing this while doing 10 cheeseburgers. I won't be able to eat. It's not a ponytail, it's a bun.
It's a bun. It's a bun, man. It's a man bun.
Yeah.
Guys, we had a really. Guys, should I do the whole thing we did last time? I'll do Facebook, Instagram. Johnny, stop making us laugh, man.
These boys are from Australia. These boys are from
Thanks, man. Stop talking for...
Alright. Do you want to do hunky and we do food, then dudes? Should we do that?
Yeah.
Alright, we'll do it. Ready?
We're not up to that.
Not up to that part yet, just wait. Bloopers, man, bloopers!
Just minutes at talks down below.
Johnny G can't talk. Chris, wait, the king of the north is getting upset here.
Hey, welcome to episode...
No, we're not Pakistani.
You look a bit Pakistani.
We're Pakistani, what do you mean, man?
Jimmy's Pakistani.
Jimmy's Pakistani.
We're gypsies.
Tyson Fury, man, with the Gypsy King, you know what I mean?
Remember to like,
Share.
subscribe. What are you doing, man?
Be quiet.
Alright, man, you get it right then.
The only
But when
time-
you're here, you're not
The only
really.
time he's in sync, he's not here.
Alright, ready?
That's it. That's just done. What about Johnny G?
I don't know what Johnny G's doing.
See, he made an appearance tonight,
He made an appearance, but
live, just to show the fans that it's like it's like Ronaldo coming back to Man United.
it's like Ronaldo coming back to LA. Yeah, it's like Ronaldo, man. You know what the bad thing about
But
it is?
just this
you know what
Ronaldo
the bad,
doesn't run that
you know the bad
fast.
thing is, he's a Crow supporter. That's the bad thing.
Crows are the best.
Crows are the worst.
Don't listen to him.
Crows suck, man.
Crows are the best, man. Don't.
Are they in the finals now?
Why is there still food on the table?
All right, man. We're
Because we
going.
had too much to eat, bro.
It's all right, man. I'm gonna get used to it.
It's not a challenge, man. You calm down, huh? 10 cheeseburgers come Friday.
He's trying to hide it.
10 cheeseburgers coming Friday. Don't worry. I'm putting it to the camera so you can see it.
You just pushed it more into script.
That's what I said.
I'm eating, man. I'm
I'm
eating.
putting it to your view. 10 cheeseburgers come Friday, don't worry.
So this is, yeah. Face.
Take 3. A lot of worse thing that's happened to you tonight.
Well, no bloopers till John rang.
Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You know what to do.
Well, this is still crashing up, right?
What do you do? Do I know what to do?
We'll see you on the next episode of. He's lost
I've
it.
never lost it like this. And we'll see you on the next episode of Hunky. I'll let you say it again. And we'll see you on the next episode of
Hunky
Food.
Dude.
And remember,
Stay hunky.
oh man.
I'm here too. I'll have the DVD.
Yeah, no, but you didn't hear my dad in the background.
Hey, Trickle, there comes Aaron.
Alright guys, remember to like,
Share
subscribe,
and check out all our social media platforms in the description below. That's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, you name it.
John's face.
You guys lost it. Get it together.
Well, I said you name it.
Oh my goodness.
Stay hunky. You haven't done.
There
Sorry,
we go.
guys.
Alright,
Can you
sorry
hear us
guys.
now?
Sorry guys, we said
We said sorry, guys. We'll just
hopefully you liked the preview into Yankee Burger.
Yeah, it
That-
was
It was one of the funniest bunch of bloopers ever. John was in the background on the phone. I don't know if you could tell, and we were just in hysterics, weren't we, big man?
We were, guys. It was one of the funniest bloopers we've
Yeah.
probably ever done, I
Yeah.
reckon. There's been some funny ones, but
But
that
that-
is up there.
You could see me. My head was on the table more than it was up.
I've never seen you laugh so hard.
Dude, I was cracking up.
I was on the floor.
I
man.
was sitting there. Didn't you see me? And I was like, by the end of it, you see me in one of the clips. I'm like, John, shut the fuck up because I'm laughing too much.
When he goes, when John went, and I'm here too, I just lost it.
Yeah.
Lost it.
See, Rob's paying. I don't know if he's paying me out or John if he's got the letters mixed up. He goes, that's the quickest I've seen. The JP has moved all year. I've seen him play soccer, so he might be having a crack.
Yeah, he's a bit of a funny guy. That's for sure.
Reborn saying that's better. He's talking about the audio. We fixed that. So before we go into the Rogan Files, guys, we're gonna have we got a lot of feedback that we loved Jimmy T's real estate segment, didn't we?
It was next level.
So
it was next level, and people kept calling.
Yeah, so,
video and wanting to learn more about
so
real estate.
we said we're going to get Jimmy before we get into it. We're going to get him to give his real estate tip of the week.
Okay, guys. This is
KPC Rob's having a shot at me. Well, I'm still lightning.
very
Rob.
important. If you've got a mortgage or you're looking to buy next year, have a look at your interest rates. They are going up as we speak. So it's going to be tough next year. Like if you're going to buy a home, your repayment's going to be more.
Yeah.
And you just got to budget wisely coming up next year. With the interest rates going up, there's the signs maybe the market's going to slow down a little bit next year.
Because it's been going crazy for a while, hasn't it? Since the pandemic,
About
let's say.
2 years.
Isn't it? Yeah.
About 2 years like that. So they reckon from Jan to March will be all right, but after March maybe a bit of a slowdown.
There you go. You've heard it here from the man himself, Jimmy T. So
guys, if you want to buy a house, this is the guy to talk to.
Jimmy's the man.
I'll look
Here in Adelaide, he'll look after
He'll
you.
look after you. So
He's got all the know.
like we said, we're not going to put it out there where he actually works and that. But if you ever want to contact us, need a bit of
just
advice on anything, just let
Yeah.
us know. And
Yeah.
Jimmy is more than happy to help anyone
just contact us directly, and we'll give you Jimmy's.
is involved with sales
Exactly.
and he's very successful at that.
I know.
So
I mean, look at his hairstyle.
it's
It's awesome.
next level, isn't it?
It's next level. So
All right.
it's sleek. I call it sleek.
It's slick. So we're going to get into one of our favorite segments, aren't we? And we had a lot of interaction last week and the week before on our segments, and that is the Rogan Files. So we're going to bring up our little clip there that we always do, our little graphic.
And guys, please subscribe to the Rogan Files.
Go see Jimmy. See Rob's put it out there. He
Go
knows.
see Jimmy.
See, Rob is saying he's agreeing with you. Interest rates are going up. Stats support this. Banks have increased fixed rates.
There you go.
So Rob
No,
has
no.
commented. Yeah,
We're on the
I
ball.
said, didn't I say to you, Rob will comment?
We're on the ball.
Yeah, there you go. So
1-800 call Jimmy.
1-800 call. Hey, 1-800 call Jimmy.
There you go, man.
Yeah.
Worldwide, mate.
Reborn knows.
He knows. He
Reborn's in another country and he's like
Where's
1-800.
it?
He changed it from
England.
1-800 where's Jimmy to 1-800 call
Do you
Jimmy.
know what? When I have a HFD franchise of real estate, it'll be 1800. HFD real
Picks
estate.
up his phone.
And it's actually him. Hello, this is Jimmy.
A picture of me behind the signboard, like my eyes behind the signboard.
See, Jess is cracking up at it because Jess loves the 1-800 Jimmy. She's
Oh, it's
a
fantastic.
big fan of that. So,
We're gonna get
what are we talking about today on the Rogan Files, boys?
Well, we're talking about one of the biggest conspiracy theories
in the world.
So,
ever.
before we keep going, it's not only one of the biggest conspiracy theories ever, is it? It's one of the biggest disasters, isn't it? It's one of the biggest, one of the biggest events ever in the history of human
human history.
isn't it?
course,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah.
cool.
Definitely. Look, we're talking about the 9/11 conspiracy theory, guys. So,
And there's
everyone
many
knows,
of them, isn't there?
There is. Everyone knows about what happened on that fateful day of the 11th of September in New York City, where the Twin Towers got taken down. So, tragic event that happened. But there's a lot of controversy behind it. So that's why we thought we'd talk about it.
I've actually been there and seen the new towers.
Oh, yeah.
So one of them was built when I was there and with Jess, and it's massive. And they're in the process of building the second one.
Okay.
They're ridiculous.
Yeah.
The new ones are huge.
I went in 2004
Yeah.
and only the memorial was
Yeah,
there.
I saw the memorial.
Yeah, so I didn't get to see.
Now, well, I've seen one
The
of them
new
is built, and it's like this.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
an amazing.
Now it's like a fountain.
Yeah, the memorial is, and that's next to it. And the
Yeah.
new one is this, and they were building the second one.
There's a,
I believe they want to build 3. Is the,
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's.
there's
But
a,
I'm not.
There's a Greek church there now as well.
Yeah, probably.
It was always there.
Yeah, probably.
They just made it
Yeah,
better.
probably.
But like when I went there in 2004, I'll tell you what, it was a really eerie
Oh,
feeling.
it would have been.
Standing there where it
Yeah.
all
Oh,
happened.
yeah. When you see it, yeah.
And you saw the names. They had all the
Yeah,
names
I've
of the
seen
people
it.
that died.
It's sad. It's so
was
sad.
Really
Yeah.
eerie and really sad.
It is because.
Stand there, but yeah, I really remembered that part of going to New
I
York.
remember my grandma had just gone to America. She went to the
My cousin was
World
there.
Trade Center.
My cousin was meant to visit it on
and the
the
next
day.
year, it fell down.
Really?
Yeah, my cousin, which is my dad's first cousin's son, like my second close cousin, he was there he was meant to visit the World Trade Center that day. Something happened, and he
Wow.
had rescheduled it for the next day, and
Thank
all
God for
that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
So-
look, it's definitely a time in history that
It's
I'll
a-
never forget.
Oh no, I was watching it live
Yeah,
with my
watching
dad.
it
We
live.
turned it on because I remember
It was
about,
10 o'clock at night.
well, we turned it on and like it was on, and
Sports
there was
Tonight
like a
on.
thing, yeah, and the heading. I remember the headline said, "America's being bombed," because they
Yeah,
didn't.
yeah.
And then we were watching the second plane just, and we're
Yeah.
like, "What is going? Like this is just."
Yeah, was that what, 10 o'clock at night?
Yeah, I
10:30
can't
at
remember, but
night?
I just remember watching it. Like,
Yeah.
I think we had a Rank Arena TV back then. It was killer.
Rank every.
Oh, Reborn. So we got a few. So Rob has said he was there exactly 1 year after the event, Erie, like you were saying.
Yeah.
Reborn has said, I've looked into this one a lot. The evidence, man, there's too much to say. It was an inside job.
Too much to say it wasn't. It was. But it
Yeah,
was.
yeah. So the way the buildings went down, that's what he's saying, how we were talking about before. So,
Yeah.
yeah, and I was there. It was a while after, like, when me and Jess went. But even just like you said, you see the names and that, and it's
Surreal.
yeah, like you just, and looking around, you're thinking, man, so many of these people lived here at the time when this actually happened. Like, it's, you know, just living through that. Like, imagine you were living in a surrounding suburb. Your house gets covered in,
Well, it's like if you're living in the city here in Adelaide and
Yeah.
someone hit the state or the Westpac.
yeah. But like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, say you're living in a surrounding suburb there in New York, and all of
Oh.
a sudden your whole city's covered in
Ash.
debris and ash. It's like, what?
Yeah,
You
no,
know?
it would have been terrible. Like the scenes from that day.
Yeah.
Yeah, the world changed forever that day.
Oh, of
You know,
course.
security
Yeah, of
and
course.
you know, at airports, like what,
Course.
everything has
Course.
changed. So, yeah, I don't know if it's for the better, but
But this is the whole thing we're talking about. Was it they planned for America?
Well, this is where we're going to go.
well,
The
you know,
pa-
there's so much to talk about.
like for that to happen, like it was staged for America to be that powerhouse, you know, to show their stance.
Well, yeah, maybe, and there was a war going on that wanted to make a war in the
Bush-
Middle East.
well,
So
Bush
it was like a excuse to go to the Middle
Well,
East.
Bush had it.
You know what I mean? So
Apparently, the president had businesses in Iraq.
Well, listen, out of all the presidents I've ever seen, and mate, this even includes Trump, I think Bush was the most corrupt.
oh yeah, you can even tell.
Like
they're
George Jr., I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah,
He
yeah.
was terrible. Maybe the only one, I don't know, Nixon was probably pretty bad too, but I wasn't alive for him. But George Bush Jr. was.
I reckon his father was.
Yeah,
well.
he probably was,
He had
but I
Jr.
reckon Jr. was worse.
Yeah, all Bush.
He was
All of them,
terrible,
mate,
man.
all of them.
He
But
was terrible.
I wouldn't trust him.
You know,
well,
like
look, look, there's a few little conspiracy theories we do have here. The first one,
We've got any Americans on the show.
America. No, they're not into.
well,
that.
we would usually have Lucas as partner, but
But
should be watching Lucas' stream. He's live streaming
You never
tonight.
know,
Yeah.
he might finish up.
He may. That's
Yeah,
right.
might come in, but look, guys. The first one we've got is suspected inside trading. So.
All right.
Some conspiracy theorists maintain that just before 9/11, an extraordinary amount of put-up options were placed on the United Airlines and American Airlines stocks, and speculate that insiders may have known in advance of the coming events of 9/11 and placed their bets accordingly.
Oh my god.
An analysis into the possibility of an inside trading on 9/11 concludes that a measure of abnormal long put volume was also examined and seemed to be at abnormally high levels in the days leading up to the attacks. Consequently, the paper concludes that there is evidence of unusual option market activity in the days leading up to September 11 that is consistent with investor trading on advanced knowledge of the attacks. So that pretty much saying that there was a trading,
Because those were the planes that.
yeah, like so the stock market kind of knew about it, and yeah, it was like
Yeah.
to make money
Yeah.
from it. So I don't know. That's what one of the conspiracy theories. And there's more to it as well, but
Rob has said inside trading too small. No, he's having having a laugh. At
maybe
the
not. I mean, this is just one of the.
Reborn has said there is a very good documentary on YouTube called Loose Change. They've done a final cut worth a watch. Loose Change. There you go, guys. Heard it
All right,
here.
let's go have a look at it one day, guys.
Have a go. There, we might have to watch that when we revisit this. What do you reckon?
Which one?
Like that Loose Change. We'd have to
Yeah.
watch it and revisit this conspiracy. Yeah.
There's more.
The insider trading thing goes, man. I mean, you're not going to read that whole thing, but
So much to read
it's
about it.
so big, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you want to take this one?
So there's this one. There's another theory. It's called the air defense stand down theory. So we'll say that. I'll read these paragraphs here. A common claim among conspiracy theorists is that the North American Aerospace Defense Command, which is NORAD, issued a stand down order or deliberately scrambled fighters late to allow the hijacked planes to reach their targets without interference, which already in itself sounds crazy. According to this theory, NORAD had the capability of locating and intercepting planes on September 9th, 9/11.
The date, yeah.
The date, yeah. And its failure to do so indicates a government conspiracy to allow the attacks to occur. Conspiracy theorist Mark R. Elsa says there is only one explanation for this. Our Air Force was ordered to stand down on 9/11. One of the first actions taken by the hijackers on 9/11 was to turn off or disable each of the 4 aircraft's on-board transponders, which these transponder signals to identify the airplane's tail number, altitude, and speed. The hijacked airplanes would have been only blips among 4,500 other blips on NORAD's radar screens, making them very difficult to track. So, and then this, I'll read this final paragraph because it is interesting. On 9/11, only 14 fighter jets were on alert in the contiguous 48 states. There was no automated method for the civilian air traffic controllers to alert NORAD. A passenger aircraft had not been hijacked in the US since 1979. They had to pick up the phone and literally dial us, says Major Douglas Martin, public affairs officer for NORAD.
That's interesting.
That's crazy, that one, yeah.
There's only one civilian plane and charter line jet.
Only one civilian plane, a chartered
Learjet.
Learjet 35 with golfer Payne Stewart and 5 others on board was intercepted by NORAD over North America in the decade prior to 9/11, which took 1 hour and 19 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's an interesting one. I've never heard that one before.
I've never heard that one. So the next one is
Wait,
Israeli agents.
what did the chat think about that one?
So yeah, I don't know if anyone. Rob has said you can walk past the stock exchange and say a rumor about loud that will get you the result you need. I did it in Sydney. So the next one is Israeli agents.
Israeli agents.
Israeli agents.
Do you want to take this one?
Oh, it's up to you. Yeah, not fast.
Alright. It has been claimed that Israeli agents may have had the foreknowledge of the attacks, and the president theory claimed Israeli and Jewish involvement. 4 hours after the attack, the FBI arrested 5 Israelis who had been filming the smoking skyline from the roof of a white van in the parking lot of an apartment building for puzzling behavior. The Israelis were videotaping the event, and one bystander said that they acted suspicious. They acted in a suspicious manner. They were like happy, they didn't look shocked to me. I thought it was very strange. The van was found to be owned by an Israeli-owned company called Urban Moving, which the FBI believes was providing cover for the Israeli intelligence operation.
Oh, jeez.
The case was then moved to the FBI Foreign Counterintelligence Section. According to a former CIA operations chief, many people in the U.S. intelligence community believe that some of the men arrested were working for the Israeli intelligence. The spokesman for the Israeli embassy in the United States said the men had not been involved in any intelligence operations in the United States. The FBI eventually concluded that the 5 Israelis probably had no foreknowledge of the attacks. So that sounds like just some dude sitting there,
Yeah,
laughing
and videotaping it
Videotaping
because they're not Americans. They were probably
they knew about it, but maybe they weren't involved.
Yeah, so Rob has said, sorry, Jimmy, we'll go into the chat there. Rob has said, whilst I don't agree with the NORAD theory, the military discipline environment, this is true, says to follow orders, whatever they are, do not question.
Oh, right.
That's what military is like. Yeah,
if it's
it's
the
an
wrong
order, yeah, but that's what they're like. I'm your commanding officer, you do it, you know what I mean, so to speak. Then Reborn says, didn't they find an intact ID card of one of the hijackers? It miraculously survived all that. The crash, the fire, and everything. Yeah, okay. So he's saying that's suspicious. And then Robert said reborn, possible, but also possible it was planted. So just
So if they don't take the orders, does that mean they go rogue?
they will get detained. If you don't take an order from a commanding CO, commanding officer, you will be detained. Yeah, you'll be put whatever they want to call it. I don't know.
Right.
They'll
There
detain you. Yeah.
Something I'm going to add some more to that. I don't know if you researched it, but
We're going to leave that to you, Jimmy. You're the research king.
apparently in the World Trade Center
Yeah.
there was a Jewish workers, right?
Jewish workers,
So
yeah.
Israelis, yeah.
Yeah, but not many. Only a few died. But guess how many on that day? Guess how many didn't rock up?
How many?
Oh,
4,000.
so they
On
all.
that day.
Oh, so they all worked
They
there.
didn't rock up on that day.
That's massive, man.
Jeez,
That's
if that's true, that's crazy.
But that's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, and I'm
What
saying,
that-
well, listen, you don't. I always say it. Like, don't I say? I always say you got to play that devil's advocate a bit. If that's true,
They're saying that
which, like we said, we always say we don't know.
there was Jewish people that died, but
Yeah.
not many.
If that's true, that because obviously there's so many people that work there. If that's true, that's that's damning, isn't it?
well. You
If
can't-
that's true, that's.
it does look like an inside job, doesn't
I don't
it?
know, guys. If you heard that, what Jimmy said, what do you think of that?
I don't know.
If that's true, that's next level.
Alright, so the next one is the World Trade Center controlled demolition conspiracy theory.
Oh,
So was it a controlled demolition? I don't know. I'm always thought it was. The way
okay.
it felt.
So this is what they're saying. The plane crashes and resulting fires caused the collapse of the World Trade Center. Controlled demolition conspiracy theories say the collapse of the North Tower, South Tower, or of 7 World Trade Center was caused by explosives installed in the buildings. That's the one you were saying that you probably believe the most, isn't it? This one.
Yeah, because like they said that they could hear explosives
Yeah.
on the ground.
But then that sort of has to be. I don't know if we're going to get into it. That there weren't real planes.
We'll get into that.
And the
Yeah.
planes were aluminium.
Yeah. Okay. So.
No. What happened was people think that the planes did hit.
Yeah.
But,
But they
then,
also
then after
bombed.
what they did,
They let off a bomb.
They let
Yeah.
the bomb off the bottom and
So-
it fell.
Demolition theory proponents such as Brigham Young University physicist Steve E. Jones, architect Richard Gage, software engineer Jim Hoffman, and theologian David Ray Griffin argue that the aircraft impact and resulting fires could not have weakened the building sufficiently to initiate a catastrophic collapse. And here's what I spoke to you about earlier.
You did.
If something is damaged enough at the top, like you see it with a wrecking ball, if the structure gets damaged, it will collapse from the bottom. That's true because I know that from building. Like if something is hit at the top and the structure gets damaged, but what these guys are actually saying is that a plane hitting it up there wouldn't cause that much damage.
No.
That's their theory. So they're not saying it can't happen, but they're just saying it needed to be more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what I was saying. Something hitting something at the top can make the structure break because it happens with houses. You know, but yes, they're just saying it's not enough of an impact because of how big and strong it should have been.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because they were massive.
I
They were
mean,
huge.
the beams should have been the size of.
The big thing is they were saying the planes, they're aluminium.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Yeah, so. And then in the article, active thermotic material discovered in dust from the 9/11 World Trade Center's catastrophe, which appeared in the Open Chemical Physics journal, Arthur Niels Harrit of the University of Copenhagen, Department of Chemistry, Jeffrey Farrar of Brigham Young University, Department of Physics and Astronomy, Steve E. Jones and others state that thermite and nanothermite composites in the dust and debris were found following the collapse of 3 buildings.
Oh.
The article contained no scientific rebuttal, and the editor-in-chief of the publication subsequently resigned. See, I don't know if George is still in the chat, but George knows a bit about this, like because of the asbestos side of things. Do you know that? I don't know if George can correct it. Do you know that the firemen, the disease pretty much got invented for them? I think asbestosis, because they were there working with it all day. It was on their clothes. They were going home, and the women were like washing their shaking their clothes, breathing it in, and got asbestosis from it. And they've been going on to claims still to this day, trying to get money. You know, they've risked their lives to help, and the American government doesn't want to give them nothing. You know what I mean? It's just.
It's crazy.
I mean, George can probably comment on it, but before we keep going, there's a lot of.
comments.
Yeah. So
Jeez.
we read that. Okay, so Rob is commenting on what you said, Jim. 4,000, really? If that's true, too much of a coincidence. That's what I'm saying. If that is true, that's damning, that comment.
I've heard that.
Yeah, that's
I
crazy.
actually heard that before.
And then Rob is saying, controlled demolition, no. Video footage shows a spherical ball-bearing bomb hitting the buildings. There were no planes. Photoshop, more footage available. So you said that about the hologram thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
So
So-
someone said it was hologram.
And then Robert said, light moment, at least the building builders proved the design was self-imploding. Huge advertisements, more contracts for money. So they're saying it's all to do with money. You know what I mean? So, oh, yeah, our buildings do this, etc. You know, and then Reborn says, there have been buildings that have been on fire for hours and hours and not collapsed.
Yeah, that's what I'll say.
And Rob is saying, good point to
I've
Reborn.
heard that story where, like, apparently the heat was so much that it melted the frame, but I just don't think
They've
that-
said that about the excavators. When they were doing the cleaning, I've heard they said the excavator, they had to have running water on them because the heat was so intense that it was melting the excavators. That's after when they were cleaning.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's, it's probably because it was underground at the time because the half of the building was built, you know, but.
Yeah.
Hey, Alias, how you doing, Alias? He said they wanted a reason to invade their oil.
Yeah, well, that's another conspiracy.
That is another one, isn't it?
Yeah, because what happened right after
They went to
9/11?
war. They went to war to get their oil.
And no, they're left now, didn't they? No.
Oh yeah, they have. I think.
Yeah,
I don't think they got yet.
Well, no, I don't know. That one's
I think they're out. I think they're out of there.
The
But yeah,
Pentagon's a big one.
yeah.
Pentagon. What happened to the planet of the Pentagon? Apparently, the Pentagon one.
Well,
right?
yeah. I'll start. I'll read it for you before you get into the political activist theory. Mason and filmmaker Dylan Avery claim that the American Airlines Flight 77 did not crash into the Pentagon. Instead, they argue that the Pentagon was hit by a missile launched by elements from inside the US government. Some claim that the holes in the Pentagon walls were far too small to have been made by Boeing 757. How does a plane 125 foot wide and 155 foot long fit into a hole in which is only 60 feet across?
Wow.
Ooh. Mason's book, Les Effrayables Imposture, published in English as 9/11 The Big Lie, became available in more than a dozen languages. When released, the book was heavily criticized by both the mainstream French and American press, and later from within the 9/11 truth movement. The French newspaper Liberations called the book a tissue of wild and irresponsible allegations entirely without foundation. He's into it, man. He's reading his...
Come closer.
He's into it. He's real into it. In response to the conspiracy theorists' claim of a missile hitting the Pentagon, Meet Sozin, a professor of civil engineering at Purdue University, argues that a crashing jet doesn't punch a cartoon-like outline of itself into a reinforced concrete building. That's funny. You know what I mean? Like saying it doesn't make an imprint of a, you know. Yeah. So when Flight 77 hit the Pentagon, one wing hit the ground and the other was sheared off by the Pentagon's load-bearing columns, according to the Architecture Week. The reason the Pentagon took relatively little damage from the impact was because Wedge 1 had recently been renovated. This was part of the renovation program, which had been begun in the 1980s, and Wedge 1 was the first of 5 to be renovated. So he's saying that the plane shouldn't cause that type of damage and it shouldn't fit through. It's too big.
I saw a documentary as also, and to hit the Pentagon the way that plane did, and the maneuver that plane did to actually hit the Pentagon, you have to be one of the best freaking pilots of all time to do what that plane supposedly did. Because the Pentagon's not high.
Yeah, no.
So you're going to get one of those aircrafts to go that low.
Yeah, no.
It's very hard and these guys are flying the planes. Only did one. They reckon they only did like one lesson of airplane.
Maybe they watched Star Wars before and were used the
I don't know,
force,
man.
Luke.
Well, how's this?
Well-
How's this funny? Like they hit the renovated.
Yeah, the
section.
renovated wing. I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, and apparently there was no one in the building. Everyone was the other side.
Yeah.
So you're like,
They were all on lunch break.
It was a lunch break.
here's your
Come
chance.
on, man.
If they're terrorists, here's your chance to wipe the government.
So,
Come on, mate.
in one of the World Trade Centers, the 4,000 Israelis had a day off.
No, the Jewish.
At the Jewish. At the Pentagon, everyone was on lunch break when it hit that.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah, that's.
I don't know, man.
That's
Just everything, just to me, things point to an inside job.
See, listen, that's what I always.
They really do.
That's what I said to you before.
And where was the plane? There was no plane.
There's nothing.
There was nothing there.
We see, like I said, we always say we don't know. We always say
No,
that.
we don't
We're
know
just
for
talking
sure.
about it. So
This is the flight 93, the one that crashed.
yeah,
before it
what
went-
I'm going to say is before we keep going, I'm going to put it to the chat. Does anyone actually think this was just a bunch of Afghani terrorists? Just going to put that out there right now,
I don't.
and everyone can comment.
I don't.
So we had a few comments there. Ali had said about that, and then Reborn said to hit the Pentagon the way it did, only a few expert pilots could have controlled the plane so precisely. That's what Chris said. If what America says is true, the hijackers only had a few hours training, if any.
Yeah, that's right.
Rob said is George Online Simulator was hard enough. He's paying George out about, like, remember we said about the flight simulator last week?
Yeah.
I was saying he couldn't land the plane.
Also, if that was like, if this is something else with that plane, if it's going to the Pentagon, why didn't they shoot it down?
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what that first theory was about, saying NORAD switched off their...
If they knew that one,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
knew that was going to the
Yeah,
Pentagon,
that's right.
and they just let it go.
Well, because it
Didn't
would've-
one apparently get shot
Well,
down before it got there? Isn't what they're saying? One,
Well, that's what this flight.
yeah, 93, yeah. So,
But they might not want to shoot it down because there was passengers on
yeah,
board.
yeah. So Alan is saying Denzel Washington trained them. That's why they're so good. That's a good point. Denzel, man. Have you ever seen what's that, Equalizer? Man,
Equalizer.
He's pretty good, man. Man on fire. Can't mess with Denzel. So,
Oh,
and then Lucas, how you going, man?
Hey, Lucas.
I'll put your link in my chat as I'm just finishing up. Not sure if anyone's coming over, but I tried. Thanks, Lucas,
You're
man.
a
You're a
legend, mate.
champion.
Thank you.
Big
Thanks.
up. So what we'll do is we'll big up Lucas here. Put him
Lucas,
up.
there he is.
Lucas was just on his live stream then, guys. We were watching him before we went on supporting him.
He will be back next
Yeah,
week. For,
he'll be on here with George next week. That's his Twitch account there. Big up, Lucas.
Big up.
Lucas, you can get in on this, man.
What do you reckon, Lucas? Do you reckon
Everyone they're saying no about what I said. Does anyone actually think it was Afghani terrorists?
the problem is, KP, right? How do you keep a secret? How is this being covered up? Because if there was passengers saying, "Oh yeah, I was on that plane," no, there wasn't because they died, right?
They died, yeah.
So you can cover it up, really.
can,
But how about the
'cause-
families?
I
Maybe
thought-
they've been.
Well, how? They're just going to think, yeah, my family was on a plane that crashed, aren't they? They're not going to be delving into conspiracies because they've lost their family.
Yeah, but if people say that these planes were not, no
Yeah,
one in
no,
them,
I know.
people saying that these planes had no one in them, and
Yeah,
people say
yeah.
there's no planes.
Yeah, well,
So what
but then
happened? Where are
again,
these
so
people
well, that's what I'm saying. So the counter argument, there might be families that are saying, actually, listen, my brother was on that plane.
See, I don't
There
know.
must be, or there might just be people that are paid to say, oh yeah, my dad was on that plane. I don't know. Like I said, we don't know. But if there's any people that have come out and said, yeah, my family member was on that plane, then that sort of debunks
Yeah.
a bit of it. But like we said, anything's possible. Like it's, so
It is interesting. Flight 93. Do you want to have a quick at this one, Jimmy?
Flight 93.
You want to read this one out?
Where
93?
Yeah.
I think it was a fake plane, wasn't it?
that's the one that they reckon got shot down before it
This
hit
is
the
the one that
Pentagon or
had-
something. Or no, it's meant to hit Washington or something.
Well, this is the one that reckon there was a fight in the plane.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I got stuff on that as well.
Here we go.
Okay.
After the passenger.
Oh,
review.
Flight 93 crash site. Okay, the 4-plane hijacked on 9/11. United Airlines Flight 93 crashed in an open field near Shanksville, Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. Yeah.
Pennsylvania, yeah.
After passengers revolted. Out of the 4 planes hijacked on that day, Flight 93 was the only one not to reach its target. Well, one conspiracy theory surrounding this event is the claim that Flight 93 was shot down by a US fighter jet.
See, that's what I've heard.
That's strange to see he says that.
And large parts of the plane, including the main body of the engine, landed miles away from the main wreckage site, so too far away for an ordinary plane crash.
Interesting.
Miles away, they're saying.
Mm.
Oh my god. Okay.
And they're saying that the plane had been shot down by the government because passengers had found out about the alleged plot.
So they revolted. There was a fight on the plane.
Well, yeah.
That's what they're saying.
We don't know.
That's right.
That's all conspiracy theory. But that's interesting.
So they're saying, according to some theories, the plane had to be shot down by the government because passengers had found out, like Jimmy said.
The alleged plot.
According to
Okay.
Phil Mole of Skeptic Magazine, this claim rests largely on unsupported assertions that the main body of the engine and other large parts of the plane turned up miles, like Jimmy said already, away from the main wreckage. Too far away to have resulted from an ordinary crash. So they're saying for the debris to be that separated,
Yeah.
it had to have been shot. There's no way a plane hits the ground and one part goes 300 miles away because that's impossible.
Also,
I mean, nothing's impossible,
With
but
Nothing's impossible.
listen to
You know?
this. With this Flight 93, you know how they're making phone calls? Scientists maintain that cell phones could not receive reception from the altitude. So
yeah.
that's weird.
And there's theories that they were like people were sending messages saying my plane's being hijacked, etc.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
before we keep going, we've had a few people join in. Bill's joined in. How you doing, Bill? He says it was the Russians. They seem to be in a hurry, Kappa. So the Russians. Ali is saying apparently they found a terrorist password in the rubble. Surely not. Kiniku, how you doing, man? If I'm not sure if you're new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe. If you are, he says, oh, you're all talking about the silver plane. So that maybe 93 is the silver plane. I don't know. You can
I
elaborate.
think silver, like the plane that's got no windows.
So AP is saying what we said because we've all been there. He's saying, having been to the 9/11 memorial / museum and knowing very good friends who lost people on the plane, I know that much is true. There you go. We said.
What? Having been
I've been to the memorial too, and we were commenting on that AP saying it's very eerie going there. No, it's
Yeah.
such a. All three of us. You've been there, Jimmy. You said, I know your Yaya was there. Yeah, we're all saying such a sad place to go on that. And
So
hey,
he
if you
knows-
can elaborate on that, AP, that's great information. And please add more to the chat. That's
So
yeah.
he knows people that have lost people. So like, you know what I mean? Like, what are the,
Yeah.
if it's not right and it's
Do you know-
false, what have they been told?
Yeah, that's
There's
right.
Do you know what I mean?
There's other stuff that we found out as well.
Yeah,
Like
go for it. You go,
The,
Jimmy.
um,
Go.
the black box.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, like Lucas said, thank you for coming over so much. Like, please like, share,
So they
subscribe.
found 3 of the 4 black boxes they found, and only one was good enough condition to hit. But guess what? Never got released.
So that's another.
Why do they Why did they disclose it? Why didn't they release it? Saying on that.
Well,
on the tape?
they should have, you know.
You know what I always find, and this is not just to do with 9/11. Every time, like we talked about it with the Malaysian Airlines one, every time there's meant to be this black box that's going to tell you everything, they can just never find them. You know,
Yeah,
the MH370, oh, we can't find it. This one, we can't find them. Like, so what's the point of these black
Apparently
boxes
some
if
guy
they can
said
never
that
find them?
the MH370 knows where it is.
Yeah, I know. I remember you saying.
Oh yeah.
That's again for another one. So AP has said it was very emotional going around regardless on what happened, either inside job or not. And that's what I said.
Of course.
I totally agree, AP.
We said that in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like, it was such a tragic.
Yeah, you weren't here for the beginning. We said it was probably one of the most tragic.
Oh, of course.
things in human
I mean, people
in human
died.
history,
It doesn't
yeah.
matter if it was an inside job
Yeah.
or not. People died.
That's right.
And it was
Did you hear?
tragic.
Did you hear this one? There was when it all happened. There was a reporter on live TV. This is what I read, and I saw the clip. They were reporting that the Twin Towers had fallen, World Trade Center had fallen down,
Yeah.
and she was behind it. Guess what? Hadn't fallen down. So she said it.
Oh,
She said it before it fell.
there you go.
Oh.
See, AP has said this here. See, it was very emotional going around regardless of what happened, either inside job or not. Rob said, this is so sad that the US government sacrificed innocent lives for some obscure military. And we said that before. I don't know how someone could be so sick, not just even to do it to other people, but do it to their own people. That's ridiculous.
Well,
and
if
then
that's-
AP has said, sorry, Chris.
That's right.
He said, but yeah, the people he's knowing. So this is what said debunks some of those theories that I said. He said, they lost a cousin on the plane. I'm not sure which one of the planes it was. So as far as I know, the planes were not empty because
Well,
he
there you
knows
go.
people that lost people.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
what
That's what I said. So it debunks that one.
It does.
Yeah. So
but the thing is,
doesn't, but like AP's saying, doesn't debunk it being an inside job. It just
No.
debunks the fact that the planes are empty.
yeah.
Yeah. And then,
Well, it debunks the whole.
Isn't that weird that like, they went to war after that too? So.
yeah, it's, I
it
mean,
debunks the hologram.
yeah, it debunks the hologram theory.
Yeah, 'cause
that
there's a whole-
hologram theory.
There's a hologram theory, guys, that apparently the planes weren't real.
And it was
hologram,
stripped with bombs.
and they were stripped. The buildings were stripped with bombs. So
Yeah.
it looked like they were planes, but they weren't.
And
But-
that's what I said before. I said it's
because apparently they had the technology to do.
Yeah, that's right. And I said for people like AP, like you said, who knows people, it's so sad. I think it's so sad for people that obviously lost people
Yeah.
in the whole tragedy, that were on the planes, in the building, whatever. And then you got people there that are saying, "Oh, listen, the plane was a hologram or something," and they're like, "Listen, mate, I lost someone. I had a family member in that plane." It's so sad, Like that's why we said we're not saying we agree with any of it. We're just talking about
but this is the Rogan Files,
it. And we're just talking about it.
every
Yeah,
conspiracy theory.
That's right. So
mentioned.
Rob has said this is a fact. The black box is coloured a luminous orange, so they're not even black.
They're not even black?
They're orange.
Well, there you
Fact,
go.
you reckon? So,
Is that because it's more easy to find? Probably.
I don't, maybe I
Yeah,
don't know.
it would
But
be.
like I said, why do they never find these black boxes? It just
Because they're black.
yeah.
Well, didn't
Well,
you know
I didn't know they were
How
orange.
we meant to know?
black box is orange?
No.
Thanks, man. Rob told us first, man. Don't
Oh
take-
my god, orange is the new black. Is that why?
Orange is the new black. Don't take credit for Rob's.
It was common knowledge.
Lucas said that's nuts. It's not common knowledge for us, man. We're Chris only turned 21 yesterday.
I did. Say that.
Lucas is saying that's nuts. So yeah.
The next one is hijackers.
Oh,
So
do you want to take this one?
yeah, I'll take this one. So during the initial confusion surrounding the immediate aftermath of the 9/11 attacks, the BBC published the names of the identities of what they believed to be some of the hijackers. Some of the people named were later discovered to be alive, a fact that was seized upon by a 9/11 conspiracy theorist as proof that the hijackings were faked. The BBC explained that the initial confusion may have arisen because the names they had reported back in 2001 were common Arabic and Islamic names. In the response to a request from the BBC, the FBI said that it was confident to have identified all 19 hijackers, and that none of the other inquiries had raised the issue of doubt about their identities. The New York Times also acknowledged these as cases of mistaken identity. So that's interesting, isn't it?
So mate, I'll tell you what. Thank you so much, guys, for getting involved in the chat. We love the interaction. So I'm going to read out a few more things. We've got so much of the chat happening there, boys. So AP says this stuff is a very interesting subject when you remove the emotional side, and that's what we said. It's an interesting conspiracy, isn't it? Like when you remove the emotional side of things, like AP is saying, it's an interesting subject. And then Rob said, "I learned everything from the Don," so he's giving the Don credit for the black box. He liked that one, Rob. He liked that one. So, and then Reborn said, "Sent that loose change link to you on Insta." He sent a link to our Instagram account about loose change, that documentary Reborn has said. So he said that. We'll check that out.
Yeah, we'll check
Reborn.
it out.
Thank you
We'll
so
check it
much.
out.
And then Kiniku says the silver plane is what people saw hit one of the towers and apparently didn't have any decals or markings of any airlines. So that's
Yeah.
another one just saying it was a rogue plane.
That's right.
Hitting, yeah.
Yeah, no, it could have been. Oh, well, I don't know.
And AP says, shout out to Lucas for the link. And thank you, AP. Everyone that's come from Lucas's stream, we thank you so much. And Lucas actually does come on here fortnightly at the moment, and he'll be doing another show with Chris starting next year, we believe. That's based on wrestling. But yeah, Lucas will be on here next week with me, Chris, Gio, and Lucas, like he does every fortnight. So, he comes on the show with us, and thank you so much for coming. Please make sure you subscribe, and
if you haven't
if you haven't subscribed, please do all that. And and then one more comment before we keep going. Rob says, Kiniku, yes, supported by video evidence, not saying that planes weren't hot down somewhere, just maybe not a plane hit the Twin Towers. So people are saying that, but I don't think there's video evidence of that silver plane. But
well, you wait till we get to building. What's that building that dropped without nothing hitting it?
Yeah, building 47.
Building
Yeah,
47.
okay.
We wait till we get to that building.
Yeah.
That building didn't even get hit.
Yeah.
So 47 stories.
So Rob corrected what he said there. Sorry, supported by video evidence, not saying that planes weren't shot down.
Yeah,
somewhere, just maybe not a plane hit the Twin Towers.
Yeah, there was a building 100 meters away that didn't get 47
And it just
stories.
dropped.
Yeah, to drop by itself. Like, what is that?
Maybe there was a sinkhole. There's like a sinkhole in Guatemala out of nowhere, and it just.
That's dodgy. That's
Definitely.
dodgy.
Of course it is.
All right, so the hijackers, look, who knows? Like, they were saying that, they were alive. So
Yeah. So what
Yeah.
I'll do is,
Do you reckon that could be true?
listen, see this one here, we got the no planes theory, but you know what? Because of what AP said, I'm going to say we're not even going to read that one. What do you reckon? He said
Where's
that
that?
the no planes theory, because AP said he knows people that had,
I missed that one.
it's coming up next.
Oh, okay.
Because AP said he knows people that said they had family on there, we won't even read that
We've
one.
still got foreign governments.
But I'm saying, yeah, I'm just saying we'll skip no planes theory because
Yeah.
we reckon AP's debunked it. What do you reckon?
Well, as I said, they reckon that there could have been holograms.
Yeah, but AP has said he knows people that had family that
Family,
sadly
yeah.
lost their lives on those planes. So
Yeah.
what we'll do is we'll go to
Foreign governments?
one of the next ones. Yeah. Yeah. See, there's so many, isn't there?
There's so many, man.
Anti-Semitic and conspiracy theories like anti-Semitism, like Saudi Arabia.
How about foreign governments? They allege that individuals
Yeah, go for
within
it. Go.
the Pakistan Inter-Services Intelligence may play an important role in the financing the attacks. They also claim that other foreign intelligence agencies such as the Israel Mossad had foreknowledge of the attacks, and that Saudi Arabia may have played a role in financing the attacks. General Hamid Gul, a former head of the ICI, believed the attacks were inside job originating in the United States, perpetrated by the Israel or neoconservatives.
Well, that explains why Jewish people didn't rock up.
Yeah. So
Former president of Italy from 1985 until his 92 resignation over the operation of Gladio said that it is common knowledge among the Italian centre-left that the 9/11 attacks were a joint operation of the CIA and the Mossad.
Gee.
Subsequent reports indicate that he did not actually believe this, but so they're saying that he said that, but then other reports saying that he didn't believe that.
yeah.
But
So
who knows?
George has come back into the chat there, and I don't know if he heard before. I want to get him to comment. George, can you put a bit of information there about like what happened with like people with asbestosis after all the firefighters and that?
Oh,
With 9/11.
Ground Zero.
Yeah, like the people that were working there. Can you just, George he can add that. So AP has said, do it, give it a read about the no planes theory. So I'll do it because he said give it a read because obviously he wants to hear it.
Okay.
So the no planes theory is, he says be right back. So I don't want to do it while he's not here.
There's other ones. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do another one until he gets back.
What's this one? I don't even know.
Anti-Semitism is anti-Semitic is against the
That's
Jewish.
for Jewish.
Yeah.
Want to read that one?
Yeah, if you want. Where do I get to that one? So, anti-Semitism in conspiracy theories is in 2003, the Anti-Defamation League, which is the ADL. I'm sure everyone's heard of them.
Yeah. Of course. They're like,
Of course he
Hey,
does.
deals, have they?
Yeah, exactly. Published a report attacking hateful conspiracy theories that the 9/11 attacks were carried out by Israelis and Jews, saying they had the potential to rationalize and fuel global anti-Semitism, and found that such theories were widely accepted in the Arab and Muslim world as well as in Europe and the United States. The ADL's report found that the big lie has united Americans' far-right extremists and white supremacists and elements within the Arab and Muslim world. It asserted that many of the theories were modern manifestations of the 19th century protocols of the Elders of Zion, which purported to map out a Jewish conspiracy for world domination. The ADL has characterized the Jeff Rent's website as carrying anti-Semitic materials such as American Jews staged the 9/11 terrorist attacks for their own financial gain and to induce the American people to endorse wars of aggression and genocide on the nations of the Middle East and the theft of their resources of the benefit of Israel. Oh my. Oh my.
Go on.
George said he was packing his bags. That's why he wasn't there. So that's why he wasn't listening. Yeah, but if you can comment on that stuff, like I said, Gio, that will be good. But yeah, that one's a bit crazy.
That one's a bit crazy.
Isn't it? About all the anti-Semitic things and...
Who knows?
There's so many, there's so many factors. It could, a lot of this could be true altogether.
Oh.
Like, it could be, all related, kind of, I don't know.
Well, listen, what these guys, Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia.
yeah.
It
could be all, just all connected somehow, but who knows, man.
But you think, in America being so big and all the intelligence they had, but they couldn't stop this?
Yeah, no, it reeks of...
It does
It reeks of just... like inside job. Yeah, like it reeks of just corruption.
I reckon there is some corruption involved.
Yeah, and
people did lose their lives.
yeah, and like I said, I
Don't
mean,
forget there was Bush and Powell.
yeah, and like I said, if it was, let's just say it was terrorists, right? If it was terrorists, it was inside job, whatever it was, anyone, they say that the terrorists did it because they were trying to, whatever, prove a point to America. To be people that could plot something like this, whether it was the US government, whether it was the Afghanis, whatever, is just, people like that shouldn't be alive, mate. To be able to do that to people is just, it's ridiculous.
If this ever came out that it was an inside job, it'd be anarchy in America.
So George said, the first tower was completely remediated of asbestos and they were halfway through finishing tower 2. Remember I said this before, like I said, George, we know about it. When it came down, all the dust you see in all the footage was chock full of asbestos and people were heavily exposed.
Yeah.
So, and then imagine those workers, they're going there, they were working there for years. 2 years cleaning the rubble.
Yeah,
like the fire. Imagine
so
that.
Are they're probably doing like
I think they're going through, people have died
Yeah.
and their families are going through cases about asbestos and they're still not getting, but they're not getting compensated because the American, it's not like Australia. If that was Australia, they'd be getting compensated.
Yeah.
But America, we know, doesn't.
The health system is different.
It's shit.
Yeah.
That's plain. So then George commented, he said, when I was in New York in 2013, I was in a cab and heard a lawyer firm on the radio saying, if you were in New York at the time of the attacks, you were entitled to a claim.
Yeah,
He's saying could talk much more about it.
Yeah.
But,
Okay.
it's...
There's a Saudi Arabia
I know.
thing here.
Saudi Arabia, they're like... All I know is they bought Newcastle and they're taking them down because they're going to get relegated. I'm going to laugh there. Rob will like that one. Come on.
Saudi Arabia, like, they're so rich.
Yeah, I mean...
No playing theory?
Well, I'm not sure if AP is back, but what we'll do is, he said be right back. We'll read the no plane theory because he said to do it. So, the no plane theory promoted via internet videos claims that this shot of the second impact taken from news helicopters depicts a video composite of a Boeing 767 accidentally appearing from behind a layer mask. So, I don't know, like a green screen or something saying it's coming from behind and... It's like special effects, really. Like, that's what they're saying. Former chief economist within the Labor Department under the Bush administration, Morgan Reynolds, argues that no planes were used in attacks. Reynolds claims it is physically impossible that a Boeing planes of flights 11 and 175 could have penetrated the steel frames of the towers and that digital compositing was used to depict the plane crashes in both news reports and subsequent amateur video. There were no planes, there were no hijackers, Reynolds insists. I know, I'm out of the mainstream, but that's the way it is.
That's not the hologram theory, isn't it?
No, I don't know.
Digital.
Like,
yeah.
But, I mean, like, I was watching it live.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter what you watch.
I know.
If you can watch a cartoon.
You can, but then, like, you're saying AP has said...
Yeah, I know.
He knew people that were on the plane. So what is that telling you?
Yeah, of course.
Like it's this. That's telling me that this one is lame.
Unless they've been paid and to be quiet and leave.
George is saying not enough room on chat.
They're living in like Mexico as
a
a different identity.
Unless they're living with Carol Baskin's husband.
If someone came up to you like you had no family or nothing, or you had family but nothing, like they go, I'll give you. I don't know,
XX amount of money
to flee to another country and never come back.
Oh, so can you make it crypto?
What would you do? Would you go?
No.
There you go. Science trumps Photoshop, Rob is saying. So that's what I'm saying. Like it's I don't believe that theory. I didn't, even before AP commented, I didn't believe that theory. I said that to you earlier. The no plane theory is a bit. This is what I said to Chris before, and I asked Jimmy too. I mentioned this before, and everyone in the chat can comment on this. If the internet did not exist, would anyone think this wasn't just a terrorist attack?
I think they would,
but not to this degree.
Not this level.
Yeah.
Because the internet makes you think.
It's because people just go down rabbit holes.
Yeah,
they'll read something.
And then
even when it's so far-fetched sometimes, I'm not saying any of these are, but sometimes there's some, and people are like, oh no, it's true.
Like, it's not the Hollow Earth.
Hollow Earth.
I believe it.
When next week, when Gio and Lucas here and we talk about Hollow Earth,
I just want to tell Gio right now that Hollow Earth is
it's
coming back.
And we're doing it just for him.
We're going for an next.
Well, he mentioned it before. He said Hollow Earth in the chat.
Get your boat ready. We're going to get a boat and we're going to go.
We're going Hollow Earth.
South Pole.
What do you think about the Hollow Earth, Jimmy?
Jimmy's from the Hollow Earth.
He's from Hollow Earth.
No comment.
No comment. But yeah, that one to me, I mean,
Yeah, I don't know.
that's just. I mean, there's so many, isn't there? There's cockpit recorders. There's. Oh man, like. There's just so many. See, I mean, the one thing we didn't touch on, I mean, it's well documented. Let's say it was a terrorist attack, right?
Yeah.
It's well documented that Osama bin Laden was trained by the CIA. That's documented. That's a fact.
Yeah.
He was trained by America. So even if he did it, it's still an inside job because
Of course.
they trained him.
Well, what did they do with his body, man? We're still waiting on that.
Well, we said about the body.
Did anyone see it?
I get that theory that they're saying, but it doesn't make it true. They're saying they didn't want to have it on land because people would have used it as a martyr and a shrine. So they dumped it. And I get the theory,
But why?
but it doesn't mean it's true.
Why'd they go kill him? They should have grabbed him and then trialed him in a court because he would have got done, and then they put him in the jail. Guantanamo Bay. That's where he should.
Yeah, but see, yeah,
Because that's fair. Like,
He might be alive.
he wouldn't have been put in jail.
Is he alive?
No way. What happened to bin Laden? They gave him. I mean, not bin Laden. Saddam Hussein.
I shot him too.
No, they didn't. They gave him to his people, and they hung him, didn't they? They killed him. They
they
executed him.
bombed, didn't
They killed him. They gave him the death sentence.
they? No, didn't they bomb him?
No, they found Saddam Hussein in a cave, and he was
I thought
just
they bombed him.
no. They found him in a cave. Isn't that right, Don? And they gave him to his people.
That's what they say.
Yeah, that's what they say.
That's what they say, but no one knows. do they?
But
No one knows.
they're just saying. But what I'm saying, that they say that I've seen the footage of when they caught him. He looked like he was just a skinny
Saddam Hussein's probably a cab driver in New York City.
whatever. But they say they gave him to. What is it? Iraq, Iran.
I thought
Iraq,
they
what is
bombed
it?
him.
Iraq. They gave him to. No, there's footage of it. It was on the news. I remember it. They caught him and they gave him to his. And they killed him. They gave him the death sentence. Whereas the Afghanis wouldn't have done that because they considered bin Laden like a hero. That's the difference. The Iraqis hated Saddam because he was killing his own people. Yeah. What people forget, I mean, what if bin Laden did this, what they did was bad. But Saddam Hussein did genocide on his own people. Like he was like next level.
Like Hitler.
Yeah, like probably worse. Like he was.
Well, no, apparently the Turkish ones are even worse.
Whatever, I'm just saying, like he was up there as one of the worst. You know what I mean? And maybe they didn't do that because, like I said, they wouldn't have. His own people thought he was a hero, and I don't know. Like you just don't know. Like we're saying, you don't know.
Well, you know what? Like,
see, AP saying what I said. That's what they said. He went on trial and they hung him. His own people hung him. Yeah. I remember that happening.
Osama bin Laden was an Arabian prince.
and
Probably.
he was a CIA agent.
He was a Saudi Arabian prince.
See, and
there you go.
Rob is saying wouldn't want, we got to kill him because wouldn't want bin Laden to speak to tell the truth.
You know what else I've heard? I've also heard that bin Laden was dead before this all happened.
Oh, that's what they say. Before they
and
caught
him.
They just used him as a figure.
Yeah,
that's another theory.
That's what I heard.
That's right.
Well, do we even see any footage of bin Laden when he died? No.
You don't. I remember seeing the footage of Obama in the White House and they're meant to be catching him and that was it. But
who knows?
Oh no, there's this one here, the invasions.
That's right, AP. That's right. Yeah, he was AP. I remember him. Saddam was found. He was in a cave, like a hole in the ground. Yeah, and then they gave him to his people, and they hung him.
I don't get right. Like I understand you said the Martyr thing, but don't people want to see him and ask him why he did what he did? Like, why would they just? And why don't they bring the body back because of the Martyr? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, that's what they're saying. Yeah, I mean, like. Well, like Rob said,
like evidence that he died.
No, but this is what I'm agreeing. I'm agreeing with Rob. What Rob's saying here, I believe they actually did go kill him.
Yeah, but there's no evidence.
No, but what I believe is they killed him because they didn't want him to come out and tell the truth. That's it.
Yeah, but
sometimes the simple things. It's like, hey, we've trained this guy. He's done this for us. Let's kill him. We'll say we've killed him. He can't go. Like Rob said, he can't go tell everyone now because he's dead. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but like the thing is, like a body, like to see it, like seeing is believing for us humans, right?
Yeah.
Because we didn't see it happen or nothing. There's no body.
Yeah.
They dumped him in the ocean.
Yeah.
How do we know? How do we know it's bullshit or not?
Well, that's right.
You know what I mean?
You
Just
don't.
don't
No,
know.
that's what I'm saying. You don't.
And it'd be easy for like those Marines to keep a secret.
Of course.
Probably come back.
Why would they go telling him?
Probably come back in 20 years with a videotape.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's the
The
invasion.
AP saying there's so many reasons to kill him. Like I said, there's all these reasons to kill him, but there's obviously, like you're saying, human nature is seeing is believing. Like,
Yeah, that's
so
what I'm saying.
there's so many different arguments. Kiniku has said, didn't the World Trade Center was bombed in the 90s?
Nah,
No, it was 01.
you're probably thinking about the Oklahoma bombings.
Yeah, could have been. Yeah.
2011.
I don't know when was the one in England in the subway that was in
London bombing.
was that 2000 as well?
12.
2012, yeah.
Oh wait, was it 2012?
It was around. It was a bit up, but I don't remember one in the 90s. Kiniku, I'm not. It definitely wasn't the
There was
World
the
Trade Center.
Oklahoma bombings. I remember that.
Yeah.
And then there was what was the Boston bombings recently? The Boston bombings. They were doing that parade, and there was that bombing.
No,
Remember
I see. AP has said. There you go.
What?
He said, didn't the World Trade Centers get bombed in the 90s? And AP is saying it did in the car park underneath.
Oh,
It got bombed
I
by
didn't know
some.
that.
So it wasn't obviously they didn't collapse,
No.
but someone attacked them in the 90s.
Yeah.
I think it happened in like 91. The movie was called Die Hard, but that was Chicago.
No, was it? It was LA.
Yeah, whatever. LA, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was, by Hans Gruber, Alan Rickman.
Hans is the best.
Yeah, it was the best. It was the
Like
best time.
Grass Hammer. I
The AP is saying that was the first attack. See, I didn't know about that, so lucky AP has come over here. He's
AP man.
come with some knowledge, man. He's got the good initials.
Is it your nephew?
Imagine it is. Imagine that's little AP and he just knows everything.
Yeah.
KP and AP.
We had an AP on one of our shows, man. That's my initials, my nephew's initials, and he used that as his nickname. So
There you go. Boston Marathon.
Boston Marathon Surax is saying, yeah.
That's what I said. The Boston bombings. Yeah. Yeah, well said. But
I
anyway,
mean, there's been a lot, hasn't there? Sorry to cut you. There was.
Oh, yeah.
What about the ones that the footy player was at in Bali? There was the Bali bombings.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, there's been, I mean,
Probably
too many.
I don't know if there's conspiracy theories behind that.
I'm not sure.
I've been to the memorial.
To the Bali one. See, AP, I agree, mate. Best Christmas movie is me and Chris. I said that to Chris last week.
What?
And Lucas. Die Hard's the best Christmas movie.
Nah, Home Alone.
Way.
Home Alone, man.
As good as Die Hard, please.
Nah, it's different, but like.
No, but he's just saying you got to pick a best
No,
Christmas
but
movie.
if you're gonna watch, yeah, but you can't.
Yeah, I agree.
Huh?
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, but you can't like not have a Christmas without watching Home Alone.
You know what I think you can't have a Christmas without watching?
What?
Elf. Will Ferrell.
Yeah, he's funny.
Will Ferrell
Yeah,
Elf.
It's classic.
Yeah, that's plastic. Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Oh, yeah.
You know when he walks into that place and it says best cup of coffee in the world? And he walks in and he goes, congratulations.
Yeah.
And he just walks and they're just looking at him like, fuck's this guy talking about?
That was his classic.
Gremlins.
Gremlins, yes. There you go. See, AP's saying, get the fuck out, man. No, Home Alone's nowhere near Die Hard. I'm with AP on this.
Nah, Home Alone's number one.
No way, man.
Oh.
Geo, so too. Look at that.
Listen, Geo,
Geo's wild.
what are you talking about?
Have you seen
Die Hard is good.
Home Alone is not
Home
as
Alone's
good as
next level.
Die Hard. No, it's not as good as Die Hard.
Yeah. It's-
was his name Macaulay Culkin?
Macaulay
Everything
Culkin.
that looks like these days.
Yeah.
He's lost the plot, man.
All right,
Listen.
next week, top 10 Christmas movies.
Yeah, Home Alone is not number one. I cannot believe George is saying it's better than Die
Are
Hard.
we doing top 10 next week? Top 10 Christmas movies next week?
Yeah, I mean,
Christmas is coming up.
Dr. Lazarus is in Die Hard and you're picking Home Alone. Alan Rickman is in Die Hard.
Yeah, but what's his name?
He's by Grabthar's Hammer, bro.
Yeah, but you know what?
This invasion one's like
All right,
Rob is agreeing with Amanda, man. Gremlins. We've gone way off topic.
No, we
All
haven't.
right, we'll come back to this next week, guys. Best Christmas movie since it's Christmas. We'll talk about this next week. Lucas and George can add in on that, and we'll get Jimmy's vote on paper.
All right, so invasions. Go, Jimmy. Have a go.
this is the last, pretty much
Last
Yeah,
Really?
one of the last ones. Let's go.
Last one.
Okay. Conspiracy theorists have questioned whether the oil factor in 9/11 provided the United States and the UK with a reason to launch a war they had wanted for some time, and suggest this gives them a strong motive for either carrying out the attacks or allowing them to take place. For instance, Andrus von Bülow A former research minister in the German government has argued that 9/11 was staged to justify the subsequent wars in Afghanistan and Iraq. Wow. Yeah. Former Malaysian Prime Minister was quoted as saying that there was strong evidence that attacks were faked so that the United States could go to war against Muslims.
There you go.
That's all we've been talked about.
Yeah. You know what I loved the best about what you just did then, Jimmy? You were so smooth. You were like, I'm not going to pronounce his name, and just skipped it.
Yeah.
The Malaysian Prime Minister. But he did it so fluently, didn't he?
Mahathir.
He just went bang. He went through it.
It sounds like he plays cricket.
He's like, listen. He's like, I'm not pronouncing this.
Mahathir.
He sounds like a cricket player. In spite of these allegations, the Bush administration specifically rejected proposals to immediately attack Iraq in response to 9/11 and acknowledged that there was no evidence of Iraqi involvement in the attacks. Who knows?
See, they've talked a lot about these ones, haven't they?
Well, look what's happened to Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Right now, what's happened to it?
Right.
It's gone back to
Yeah.
the Taliban.
Yeah. Yeah. They're back in charge. Yeah. Yeah.
That was a
You need
waste
to
of
be a newsreader.
Listen, Gio. It's not called the conspiracy section. It's called
The Rogan Files.
Get it right. Jimmy could be a newsreader, true, Rob. That's very true. Jimmy is good with it.
Jimmy is a newsreader.
So there's a new world order theory.
Yeah.
What does this mean? Is this like Hulk Hogan, Kevin Nash, and Scott Hall
Yeah, basically.
were in charge?
Yeah.
So, like Hulk Hogan was leg dropping everyone, and that's what caused the buildings to come down.
basically, yeah.
Is
Nah.
that just we're the only two that are going to get it?
Yeah, that's right. Nah, the New World Order theory is just basically the globalized,
Yeah.
the corporates, the elites.
Well, that's a small one, so we'll read. Should I read it?
Yeah, read it out.
Alex Jones and other personalities hold that 9/11 was initiated by a disparate variety of banking, corporate, globalizations, and military interests for the purpose of creating a globalist government. Such New World Order conspiracy theories predate 9/11.
Yeah.
So it's, like I said, the only thing I know about New World Order is Hulk Hogan was in charge of him, and Kevin Nash did what he told him to do.
So, guys, what do you reckon? What's the verdict? If you were to sit here and go, was it an inside job? Was it, or was it not?
Listen, do you know what? I think it was an inside job, but I still think Bin Laden did it. I just think they trained him and made him do it. That's what I think. Well, that's how I think of an inside job it was. I think he was probably still maybe not in charge, but he had a part to play in it.
Yeah.
But they trained him. So.
What do you think of that building that just collapsed on its own?
Oh, I don't know. It just plays on the inside.
Wasn't there a building that didn't even fall down? That was next to it as well.
Yeah. There was a building right next to it that didn't fall down.
How come that didn't get?
See, Lucas knew what we're talking about. He says, "Gotta love a good old leg drop." AP says, "That's the first time I think AP has seen our Rogan Files graphic."
Oh, really?
That comes every week on the Rogan Files AP. He's laughing his ass
Alright,
off.
the reason we call it the Rogan Files AP is because apparently I look like Seth Rogen.
He's the Aussie Seth Rogen, man.
That's
So
what they call me, so.
there you go. And it's the Rogan
That's what they
Files.
call me.
Rob says, "Hey Jimmy, look directly into the camera and deliver a news item." What's the weather going to be tomorrow?
Tomorrow, go to tomorrow.
In Adelaide tomorrow, it'll be 29 degrees.
Wait, is it 29 degrees
No, it's
tomorrow?
not. It's not. Tell you what, Rob.
24.
Rob, when you're on the show within the next couple of weeks that we've talked about, we're gonna get. What do you reckon? Rob here, Jimmy there. He's gonna have to do a news read for Rob live, I reckon. But yeah, so after that,
Isn't it true? But isn't this where your jocks underneath?
yeah, just this cover it. And then he said, then cut to KP or Chris for on-site info. It'll be like a full news thing. Yeah.
Meaning like a blizzard.
AP says, if you take facts from Alex Jones, you need to rethink your life, in my opinion.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that was the
fair
one we were
enough.
mentioning before. So obviously he's saying,
Yeah, Alex Jones is
That's the New World Order
He's
one.
a bit of a crazy guy, and I reckon that he's involved in the New World Order. to
yeah.
tell you the truth.
Well, like I said, AP, the only New World NWO that exists to me is Hulk Hogan.
I reckon that he gets fed lies from the elite
Yeah.
to tell lies to the public.
Yeah. So we'll read. Sorry, we got George says, got to go back.
Alex Jones or Alan Jones?
Alex Jones.
Alex.
Not Alan Jones.
George has said, I've got to go to bed, boys, early on site and straight to the airport flight home. Love podcast night. Hey, Rob, if you don't know where George is flying back from, he's flying back from your hood, man, and he didn't go there intentionally.
I subscribe just because I like stuff like this.
Thank you, Kiniku. It's
Thank you so
great.
much for subscribing. We do bring the best conversations.
Kiniku, we really do think that our podcast is
good.
is entertaining, and we're getting more and more viewers every week.
Yeah, it is. We talk about good subjects. And...
AP has said, catch you to George. Lucas is laughing at Rob because Lucas said that about Jimmy. Remember when he was reading last time? He said, "Oh, how Jimmy read the Port Arthur massacre. It was like a news thing. He loved it." Lucas loved
great.
it.
Your Port Arthur massacre review was
it is. So Kiniku, again, thank you so much for subscribing. Everyone's saying good night to George. Yeah, thanks George for coming in. And yeah, so like I said, back to it probably was an inside job, but I think he was still involved.
Yeah.
But they trained him. So, and you know what? Even if it wasn't an inside job, they still trained him. So even if he did it, it's their fault because they trained the guy. Like,
it's an interesting.
Well, all I know is Bush had businesses in Iraq.
Yeah.
At the time.
Yeah.
So something's going on.
Yeah.
Something was going on with that.
I reckon they wanted oil in Afghanistan.
Rob is laughing that George is out. Rob's actually from where George is at the moment.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And every time Rob always jokes with me, I told him that Chris was there once, and he was like, not intentionally. He always has a joke. So,
but yeah, I reckon there was a an ulterior motive to go to Afghanistan and to get oil. So they had to they had to do this. They had to do this so they could do that. Like an excuse to do it.
You think about it now. What happened with the Taliban taking it back? What a waste of money and resources.
Yeah. That's true.
Oh, yeah, of course. But
listen, guys, everyone in the chat, if you want to comment on what you think as well, please do so while the boys.
I think it's an inside job. I'm like KP. I think that it was, Bin Laden got tripped. I don't know, man. It's a hard one because it could.
Listen,
you just don't know, man.
Whoever was involved, even if it was the Americans, no matter what, they're terrorists then anyway, aren't they? So whatever they do, whoever did it,
I don't know. I don't know if we ever know the truth.
The truth will never come.
Listen, if there's a person, let's just say it was an American official, and he's alive now and probably still works. I don't know how he lives with himself or how they live with themselves. It's just, that's ridiculous.
But if this was true, then these people are pure evil.
Pure evil.
And they should be, hung.
Yeah.
To the truth.
Yeah.
But I feel sorry for the people that lost people.
Definitely.
It's sad.
All the hijackers, they will die.
Yeah, that's right. So
we're lucky here in Australia we haven't seen anything to that magnitude.
Oh, that's right. So Rob has said, hey, Kiniku, thanks for your input. More requested. And Kiniku, thank you so much for coming in. And everyone in the chat. AP said, let's be real. It was all just to line the American elite's pockets with the lovely oil money, like you said, Chris.
Yeah.
That's what I think. I think that's what really... I think that's the main reason it all happened.
Yeah.
And, they
Yeah.
can say, oh, we're fighting for freedom. It's the problem is you didn't leave Afghanistan. You just stayed there for how long?
But they always put their nose in wars that don't...
Exactly.
Vietnam?
Yeah, exactly.
Had nothing to do with them. They put their head in there, don't
Exactly. Apparently, the Iraqi war was
That's
not
what I'm
about the
saying.
Iraqis.
That's
It was
right.
about a gas line from... that was going from Iraq or Syria.
Yeah.
And the Russians wanted it.
That's
and
right.
That's what it was all about.
Robert said, AP, he said about the oil money. AP, not too far from the truth. And they clearly didn't give a damn about innocent lives, then pick a villain to promote him or her, which they did. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like with Bin Laden. Kiniku says, yeah, no problem, Rob, about his input. Reborn said, Bin Laden was the fall guy. Not that he was a good bloke, but he got the rap for it. And that's what I'm saying, Reborn. Not saying he wasn't involved in it or wasn't the head of it, whatever. But in the end, they still trained him. And like we said, they probably did go kill him, but it was to shut him up. Because he might have said, yeah, I did it, but I did it because they paid me millions of dollars to do it and I live like a king now.
That's right.
Do you know what I mean?
That's right.
And that's why he's dead, because he's probably been paid to, probably been killed, so he didn't let the truth out, yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting, and we'll never know the truth, will we?
Yeah, and AP saying on what you said, Chris, if it's true, these people are so far removed from our society that they don't even think or care about it. It's just another way to make money. And that's, to me, that's that's a sickening truth, and it is. It's a truth because I just don't know how people can get so, and they do. These guys that are in Congress and whatever the governments here, they are so absorbed with just making more money that it's like they don't even realize, like you said, that they're pure evil and just killing. Like this is thousands and thousands of people at once. Like, and it's not just thousands; it's millions that are affected by it. And like it's
affected the whole world.
Yeah, it's like it's. How people can do it just so they can have more money and send their kids to an Ivy League college, like it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like it's yeah.
I mean, look, here in Australia or in a first world country, we don't see what happens in those third world countries.
No.
Like we're pretty lucky over here.
Of course
in
we
that
are.
Respect.
Yeah.
So like, the kids see killings all the time over there.
Oh, that's right.
So I don't even know where I'm going with this, but
no, I know what you're saying. Yeah,
it's like
we live in a different world.
We live in a different world.
I bet. I've been to America, right?
Yeah, we've all been there. Yeah.
They don't have the news. It's all cable stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
When this happened, I don't even think they would have been.
Unless you were in New York, they probably didn't know till later.
I don't think it was fed on the news.
Nah.
It was fed on the news here in Australia.
Oh, definitely.
But not in
America. It's different, yeah. Robert said, sorry, have to raise Abraham Maslow hierarchy of needs again. It controls all of our lives. There you go. AP says their banknote should say, in money we trust instead of in God we trust. Mm-hmm. So, like, that's what he's saying. Like, there's just so money. Yeah. Like, I mean, listen, man, I'm no millionaire, no billionaire, but I just don't know how people can get so money orientated that it makes them do evil things. It's just...
I know this might sound like a conspiracy, but my belief for this whole pandemic that's happening right now is for them, this is my belief, that they're crashing the financial system on purpose.
Oh, gosh.
Right? On purpose. It's been done deliberately.
Yeah.
So they can bring a new financial system in about 5 years' time, and it's going to be called the quantum financial system, and it's going to change the world. And it's all about
everything's about money.
What I'm coming back to, it's all about money.
Of course it is.
The pandemic, everything that happens, it's all about money.
Of course it is.
And that's a sad thing about the way our society and why it's like that. It shouldn't be like that.
Mate, everything to them, everything to all these government officials is all about money.
I know.
It's like, I know it's completely off topic, but it's like, if you're a Prime Minister of Australia, for the rest of your life, you get given $300,000 a year as a pension just because you were Prime Minister of Australia, which is fucking stupid.
Bullshit.
Exactly.
And who pays the taxpayer?
Well, I don't know if it's 300 there, but it's something around those.
That's right.
It's just greed. Like AP has said,
That's right.
And he's commented what you said, Jimmy. He said, I was living in the UK at the time. It was all over the news there, but probably not in America.
Yeah.
Like we're saying, yeah.
100%.
And then Rob is saying what AP said about the in God money we trust. He's saying, AP, that's poetry because he's spot on. And then AP said humans are flawed. Greed and power rules everything.
Yeah,
and that's what we're saying, which is sick.
It does, man.
Yeah.
But
we don't say the C word, Rob. That's why
we don't say the C
we'll
word.
say let's do a C theory.
C theory. We'll probably get shut down from it.
Yeah, that's why we don't want
opinions here.
Once it's in the future, it's a conspiracy. We'll talk about it.
Once it's off the mainstream.
Yeah, once off the
We
mainstream.
don't want to get ghosted on YouTube.
And he's saying spot on about again what AP said. I saw it on the local news channel in elementary school when it happened. Kinniku said. So you're from the United States, Kinniku, if you can tell us. But he's saying he saw it on a local, like you're saying, because everything else is cable. He's saying he saw it on a local news channel, which is like a small, in an elementary school.
Yeah, wow.
Hey, listen, kids, look. These buildings are just...
Yeah.
Reborn said, with the C thing, there's a new strain being found. We're talking about that before, called the Omicron. And the theory is that it's an anagram of no crimo or no Christmas. But far-fetched, but yeah, you never know. See, listen, the only thing I'm going to say, Reborn, is we're all Greek, and Omicron means is the small small zero of omega.
Yeah.
And omigro means small. Like if you're migro, you're small. So well, you are, aren't you?
Small O.
Yeah, it's the small O. And omega is mega, is the mega O. Omega
right.
is the big O. So
Omicron.
yeah, I don't know. Like
You can't call it a mega because the mega will close down.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, I'm going there tomorrow to get some government.
That's the best.
that-
Omega Foods.
Don't go there, you catch it.
You catch it. That's the best. All right. So Rob is saying oops because we said we call it it's the C word.
So
Rob.
we don't say the full name.
So AP is saying man. So you're agreeing with Jimmy saying man. Don't get me started on the news networks in the US. And Kiniku is saying yes, he lives in the United States. It was on a small local.
Yeah,
so,
they don't push it, man.
so yeah, because it's all cable
When I-
shit. Yeah.
when I-
They're watching Family
Because
Feud and shit.
my experience was when I was in America, I could not watch anything.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
just-
yeah,
I was watching just Netflix.
yeah. I know what you mean.
No, it's definitely greed and power
Yeah.
rule the world,
So- Sorry, keep going, Chris.
and I just think eventually has to come to an end.
Yeah,
like you can't always live like like
No,
it has
no.
to be something has to change.
No. So AP, are you originally? You said you were in the UK. Are you originally from the States as well? You can let us know. You don't have to if you don't want to. It's just asking because he knows a lot about it, doesn't he? He said he knew people.
I don't know where AP's from.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Rob is welcoming Kiniku to Down Under. Welcome.
Are they not from here? Is she not?
Kiniku said it's from the US.
Oh, they're from the US.
Oh, Kiniku is. I don't know about AP.
Ah,
But so yeah. So they know that's where she said she saw it on a local news channel. That was that
right.
Kiniku that said
Yeah,
that. Kiniku,
yeah. Oh, interesting.
We had the TV on in the morning before we started class. She said, or he or she is saying, and and then it came
our
on the
mate,
news.
Rupert Murdoch, of course.
Rupert,
Yeah.
good old
And
Rupert.
guess what? He owns the advertiser.
Well, Rupert Murdoch owns Sky in England.
He owns the advertiser.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, but Sky makes the advertiser look like.
Oh yeah, I know.
Do you know what I mean? He owns his.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Greed has to end. Chris, you're funny.
Yeah.
Well, I'm funny, but you know.
Nah, I'm an ex-pommy bastard. He said, yeah, well, listen.
Murdoch
I-
started as a newsboy in the old.
We don't actually care what he started. I was just saying.
News Corp.
News Corp or something. But yeah.
Yeah,
His
I know.
next pommy bastard.
I know Rob. Like, I just like to think that sometime, greed can just disappear. You know.
But,
Yeah.
But how good's our Prime Minister today? We're in the middle of a pandemic. Goes to Hawaii.
Yeah, I know. He's allowed to go on holiday. No one else is allowed to leave their house. He's allowed to do what he wants.
No, we're doing the bushfire.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was
he's
from-
probably there now still.
Kiniku's from Virginia. There you go.
Oh,
Thing from
nice.
Virginia.
Virginia.
I
Oh,
saw down that way.
Hey, yeah, Virginia in South Australia is really nice, man.
it is. Like, living the sticks.
Virginia here
Virginia.
is beautiful. Yeah. He owns too many news outlets. No one man should. Yeah, I agree about
I
Murdoch.
agree
Yeah,
that.
like he's
Apparently, it's corrupt. Like there's theories about that too.
Rupert is, mate. He's. Well, you don't listen. I say this about all of them, and this goes for any one of them. Trump, Vince McMahon, anyone, any man or woman, person. You're a billionaire. None of them are squeaky clean.
No,
You don't have that much money.
nah.
And
Nah,
yeah,
something-
you've
some-
done something in your life
yeah,
that's been bad.
I agree.
None of them.
None of them should have that much money.
That's right.
Well, they're saying with
Hark the Don Speaks. Rob said, yeah, he's telling us about Rupert, where he started as a newsreader.
because they're saying like even with real estate document domains.
Yeah,
Murdoch and
yeah, he owns so much.
Yeah,
man.
it's so much, man.
He does.
there's
Like
a
he-
bit
They
of
shouldn't be allowed.
a bit of rivalry.
He's got so
between
much of a
them.
monopoly, mate. It's not right.
No, no
So-
worries.
And they can
Kinnick.
control what comes out because people listen to the media, so he can control whatever he wants.
Mate, all I remember growing up is Rupert Murdoch and
Doesn't he
Kerry Packer were just having dick measuring contests on who had more money.
Doesn't
Like that's.
doesn't he live in America?
He's an American citizen now. Doesn't consider himself Australian.
Wow.
He's obviously Australian, but he's a US citizen now and doesn't.
Someone give Jimmy T a coffee.
Yeah, he's getting one later, Amanda. He's getting one later. Amanda.
Thank you.
The Don's word of wisdom, Robbie was saying. Where did he start, Baba? What did he start out as? Rob is saying, what was your word of wisdom about Rupert
He
Murdoch?
started off as a newspaper
He
boy.
was a newspaper boy
There you go.
with
The Don
with
go to
his
school.
father's newspaper.
He said that
The news.
Rupert Murdoch was a newsreader boy with his father's
Not
newspaper,
newsreader,
or a news delivery, like a paper boy with his dad's company, yeah, and his dad's news. And then Rob said, did the Don go to school with Rupert?
Probably.
Yeah, I think he could be Cypriot. You never know.
You know what we need for the Don? when he cuts talks, the Don music.
Yeah, we did.
We'll put it in for the next podcast.
All we gotta do is we gotta get all the famous Cypriots. So we get like George Michael. They're all singers. George Michael, Peter Andre, and then we'll just get the Don.
My father.
Yeah, we say, this is the Don of all those famous
George Michael's
Cypriots.
no longer with us.
He's no longer with us. No, he's not. And you know what? He apparently, I know it's completely off topic. He gave so much money back to Cyprus, where his like to build nursing homes and that there.
Which one?
George Michael.
Oh, well.
Yeah, he was like real generous. Yeah,
Wow.
He's a good singer.
he was. He
Alright,
was the best, wasn't he? George Michael's.
He was.
Come on, man. He's true.
There's a Celtic player that looks like
Careless whisper.
Yeah, there is. Yes.
Jota.
Yeah. He looks like him.
him.
Yeah. He does.
They play every time he gets the ball. They play the songs.
Oh, they play like Wham.
Yeah.
That's the best. That's killer. Hear that one, Rob? He's saying Jota from Celtic looks like George Michael, and when he gets the ball, they play George Michael songs. That's the best. I like that. Rob will like that one.
All right. So, any more?
Well,
Any more
listen.
theories? What did Jimmy say?
Lu-
Do you
well,
think-
before Jimmy says, Jimmy's going to give his... Lucas, you're in the chat, man. You got to give us what you think, man. You always give us your thought. Tell us what you think about 9/11. Everyone else said their say. Jimmy, what about you, man?
I said it before.
Oh, did you?
About Bush. And,
Yeah. Sorry, yeah, you did. Yeah.
Oh, he did. So, you think it's inside job? As
No,
well?
just like get into that war.
Yeah, they wanted to get to Afghanistan for the oil, probably. Yeah, that probably is.
But-
you know what?
but-
It's the most simple one, but it's probably
Not only that, but just maybe we staged a bit to say like we're the world power. Don't fuck with us.
Don't mess with us. Yeah, we want to prove that we're because America is like I said before, is all about dick measuring, isn't it?
Yeah, sure.
Well, they are. They Americans want to be,
Not all.
and it's no disrespect.
not all of
No,
them.
I'm not saying American people.
No,
American government
of course.
want to be. Oh, we're the biggest. We're the strongest.
Back then,
Yeah, we. You know, like the English were back in the whatever
But that
days.
was-
You know, they wanted to rule
but
everything.
that was Bush. He was
Yeah,
a
of course.
It was.
Of course.
No other president has gone to war.
No.
since.
Do you think?
Rob's saying, I've heard the Don sing, it works to get his music on. AP saying, come on, Lucas.
Do you think there's a shift in power now?
Oh, listen, they're not the strongest. Listen, like I said, no disrespect to any
North
American.
Korea.
China.
I think China, North Korea, Russia, and the Saudis, mate.
We don't hear.
Are you telling me the Saudis don't have, we don't know nothing about it?
Aren't North
No.
Korea the
No, I reckon that
Saudis?
could cause them.
Mate, listen, I'll tell you, and this is going back to soccer. I remember the World Cup. I was watching the World Cup. Trump, I told you about it, was sitting next to Putin and the Saudi, the prince.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he went to talk, and he's the president of the United States. And the prince, bin Salman, went like this to him.
Yeah, I remember you told me.
Put his hand there, and Trump just sat down like a little schoolboy. So how was that power? You're not.
Yeah, of course.
Mate,
That's massive power.
He's telling you, and he sat there because he was talking to Putin. He's like, mate.
Wasn't it? Yeah, Putin was there too.
Yeah, that's what he because the Saudi prince was talking, and he interrupted them. He put his hand there, like, shut up.
Yeah.
I'm talking to Putin,
And
and he shut up, mate.
because Putin's, I mean, he's not a dictator, but he's
No,
he's
oh, cool.
he's
But and the
still-
commentators were
Everyone
making
loves-
jokes about it,
in
like,
Russia-
oh yeah, look at Paul.
Everyone loves Putin.
Yeah, well,
they love him in
but the
Russia,
thing is, in most of these countries, these people do love
the dictator.
those so-called dictators.
Yeah.
They are loved by their people. Maybe not Saddam Hussein and that, but there's so many of them that they like I think Gaddafi, the people loved him there. Like he was giving them petrol was free, like he was,
You know what?
and then it was the Americans that said, "Oh, he's a dictator. Let's go kill
Let's
him."
go to Australia.
You know-
no one really loves anyone.
You know,
Yeah,
Trump. You know Trump, right? When he was president, you either loved him, or you freaking
Yeah, that's
hated
right.
him, right?
Yeah,
No
sorry,
one loves.
sorry.
I don't think no one likes Biden, man.
No, probably not.
Well, he's
Probably not.
Dementia Joe.
He's a.
Dementia
I
Joe.
don't even.
Rob goes, I love Bush. Oh, sorry, wrong topic. Is that when I laugh? So Lucas said, it feels like an inside job to me, but it's so messed up, like we all said.
Oh,
And then Rob
100%.
says, Rob is saying, you know how we said, he goes, back then, you know how you said back then America was? He said the US, sadly, the US still think they're center of the omniverse. And that's what I think. They still think we're the big dogs when they're not. Like I said, the Saudis, mate, like they go on about like Elon. Oh, he's the richest man in the world. But he's not.
Don't talk about Elon.
Whatever, I'm just saying, you know, like they say, or let's say Bezos, oh, he's the richest man in the world. Whereas that prince, the Saudi family,
Yeah.
they have trillions.
Oh, of course.
And they say, oh, how much money do you have? And the Saudis go, well, not fucking telling you. You can go jump on your head, man. I'm not going to tell you what. Why should I tell you?
Yeah.
Why should we tell you what we've got?
That's
you
right.
know, like, and because of them, because they're Americans, aren't they? Elon and Jeff. What is it for them? Stick measuring, like we just said. Oh, I'm the richest man. I'll send Jeff a silver medal.
Like, is Elon American? I thought he was something else.
Oh, whatever. But you know what I mean? Like they're just, you know, those. It's
China.
just that's all it is for them.
Yeah, Chinese military are big, but they don't have the artillery.
Yeah,
that
I agree.
the US
Yeah,
does.
that's
yeah.
what I agree.
No, they
But
don't.
I think the thing is, what like our Jimmy said about North Korea and Russia, and probably
Russia does have
and probably the Saudis is, I think if they were provoked, they wouldn't be scared to attack a country.
Well, no one talks to North Korea.
Yeah.
So
North Korea, I mean, you got a bloke that's younger than me in charge of
he's
the
a
country.
dictator, isn't he?
That is a dictator. That he could drop a bomb
Have you,
just
seen
for.
have you seen the documentary
Yeah,
on North
like
Korea?
he could drop a nuke just for the lols.
The people that-
like that's how he looks like. Do you know what I mean?
But see what Trump did? Became friends with him.
Like,
Same with Putin.
Yeah.
did you hear, like, in North Korea, like, if you get a haircut, you can only get two styles.
Yeah, no,
Two
yeah,
styles.
because he's a
You
dictator.
wanna-
and you die.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
They kill the hairdresser.
Elon is from South Africa, but when he was like
Oh, there you
12
go.
or something, yeah, left when he was like 12.
You know what I reckon? I reckon if Hillary Clinton got in, not Trump, I reckon there would have been World War III.
Never know.
I reckon, yeah, it would have.
But why?
I just
Her husband was never on that.
she would have bombed.
Do you think she would have? Because her
reckon.
husband is considered one of the best president ever.
Yeah.
Wouldn't he have been? Well, that's what he's considered
And he
like up
managed to
there.
get have an affair.
I'm not saying he's a good person or anything, but they consider him as a president a really good
Have
president.
you heard what's happening now with that? They're all going down apparently because that lady Epstein's.
Maybe, yeah. I'm not.
Epstein's the Epstein thing,
Oh, listen, if they're guilty, man, they should go down.
and she's revealing
Well,
everyone.
Let me just say something.
What's that lady?
There's
called?
one
I don't
person
know.
that is really guilty, and he's running away.
Who?
Prince Andrew.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
he's not running away. He just gets protected by his
Oh
mum.
yeah.
He-
Pedophiles, mate. They're all pedophiles.
He's the worst.
something happened with that.
Of course, he's the worst.
But there's
We should talk about it.
there's a lady, right?
That's a good one,
that
Rob,
was
I like
that was Epstein's accomplice or wife, I don't know, and she's in court now, and she's exposing everyone.
Oh, listen, if they're guilty,
Apparently, all these big head honchos in the last 48 hours have quit Twitter.
Wow.
you know what's
The
going to happen?
CEO of
Yeah.
Twitter has quit.
You know what's going to happen?
And all these other ones, I can't remember what they were.
They were involved.
Well, why'd they all quit at the same time?
You know what's going to happen, big man? You know what's going to happen, unfortunately? I know it's bad. You know what's going to happen?
Under the rug.
She's going to get killed.
But
Something
why?
like that.
She hasn't been killed
Yeah,
yet.
but I'm saying something will happen to get these guys off.
No, but-
They'll like assassinate her, do something, because
I
the big people
I
with the
said
money.
that Trump would get assassinated.
Yeah,
They did try to kill him.
That's the one.
She is the accused.
Ghislaine Maxwell. That's her. Maxwell. She's in court now.
her,
And
no, but,
apparently she's exposing everyone.
but is she an accused? Is Ghislaine Maxwell an accused?
I've got to read more about it.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be on another Rogan file, but it
They've been
definitely is
looking-
interesting.
They've been looking for the
They're saying
Yeah, it's
the
in the
judge
news.
in Epstein's case, wife was killed and son too. Red. That's what I'm saying. Like if she's gonna expose these head honchos,
That's not a case to
yeah, she's
I
gonna
don't
wind
know.
up dead, mate.
I don't know if she wasn't the wife or she was like a accomplice.
Whatever.
I don't know what she was, but yeah, she's exposing a lot of crazy
See,
stuff that happened.
I don't necessarily agree with that, man. If Hillary got in, there would have been a war.
No, you reckon?
Nah.
I reckon.
Listen, I say it, and people might not agree. I think Trump's an idiot.
You don't like Trump?
Not at all. I think he's a moron. And how it shows where their country's at that a bloke like that became president. Mate, he was there. He had no. How is that guy
Biden's
president?
worse.
Yeah, and I'm not saying he's any better. I'm not saying any of them are good. But
Can I just say
like,
something?
they're
I
both
agree.
idiots.
I
Let me just say something.
don't mind Trump.
Yeah, he's a
For,
moron.
I don't
I don't know, how much? What's the population of America these days? Like in the billions?
Oh, yeah. I'm not sure.
And they've got a president that's got dementia, 84.
Oh, listen, he shouldn't have been in power either.
Look,
I agree with
understand
Biden. I don't agree
Trump's-
with this.
Haven't they got a young person?
I agree. They should have someone
Trump's
young.
not, the Trump's not the best, but he was better than Biden.
I'm not saying he wasn't, but they're both morons in
Oh,
my
of
eyes.
course.
Biden can't
They're all
even
morons,
man. He doesn't even know what he's talking about.
Trump is a bellend. AP is saying, yeah, listen, I agree. That's just me
Oh, mate,
personally. I
all
just think
the
he's a moron.
politicians, mate. Look at Scott Morrison, Malaka.
Yeah, I agree.
They were dickheads.
No, I agree.
We
But-
get run by the.
I
by
agree.
the
But
idiots.
then you look at someone like Obama, right? At least he was trying to get,
No, he was.
but he was trying to get a health thing in place for people.
He
But
was trying to get it
but
up.
Congress,
Made it worse.
yeah, but because Congress doesn't allow, mate, president has no. Really, in the end, he's probably just a puppet
Mate,
They're all puppets, mate.
Obama was
That's all
too
they are.
scared to do anything.
because you can't get anything
He'd
past
just
Congress.
been not.
Jimmy.
He didn't.
Yeah, I know.
Apparently, he's not even American. Apparently, there's a conspiracy.
Egyptian.
There's a conspiracy saying that he's not even American. That he's
He was born in Hawaii.
Nah, apparently he's not.
Yes, he was.
Well, that's what they say. I'm just saying there's a conspiracy against
Well,
them.
apparently,
I'm not saying it's not.
That's what Donald Trump was saying all along.
Yeah. Donald Trump used to say that.
yeah, but see, he's an idiot.
No, why? It's a conspiracy.
Listen, anyone that got Stone Cold stunned, you suck. And Stone Cold gave Donald Trump a stunner. So
That's probably why I don't mind him.
yeah, exactly, because he was on wrestling. That's
Well,
why he liked it.
That's why they put they teamed up Biden with the black. The
Yeah, but
lady.
see, AP saying what you said. U.S. politics are old boys club. Ain't no one young getting in. Like they are.
There's a list of accomplishments that Trump's done that I can't remember them, but I'll have to bring them on the show
Well,
one
he's
day.
vice
And then actually go
president
through and say
is-
what he did compared to what Obama did.
When he gets
See,
taken to
he did a lot.
when he gets taken to the mental ward because he's lost his marbles, she'll take over.
Dude, they've even Trump. Like, listen, how old's Trump? Shouldn't be president. He's in his
He's too old.
He's in his
He's too old.
70s, mate.
Too old.
Why are they putting people in presidency, letting them run that are in their 70s?
It's gonna be 80.
Trump is almost yeah. Like
Dude, I'm telling you now, if she got in,
no, I don't think there would have been a war.
the North Korea guy would have been there would have been a war.
And it's
100%.
Yeah, the only reason why Trump got
Telling
it
you.
was willing to work for free.
He made friends with all the big head honchos, like the guy from North Korea, Russia.
yeah,
They
but
were
see,
hating him, man.
yeah, but you see, like on what AP has said it there. This is a conspiracy too. He's saying North Korea is just a facade. Like it could just be all a load of hess.
It
Like,
could be.
do they?
You could be right.
There's no COVID reporting
No,
there.
no, C word,
No
man.
C word,
Oh,
mate.
there's no reporting of that country.
They need to put an
Of course not.
they need to put an age limit on people in power, 50 and under. The world would just be video games. It'd be the best.
Well, Canada has a young
Do they?
problem.
You know what? I was
He's in his 40s.
There you go. That's
I
young.
did like Trump, and then after
He's just
well,
a moron.
well, yeah, I could see more.
He's just a moron.
I
That's the
didn't know.
problem.
I didn't know which side he was. If he was a good guy. or
Listen,
bad
what it is about him that I don't like is, for one, he's sexist and he's racist. Whether he says he's not, he's racist. And being,
guy. Well, how many black
yeah, I
supporters he
know,
has?
yeah, I know, but he does that just to
So
get in
why?
power because that's what it is.
Yeah, but how has he got all these black supporters?
Like because more people, he actually got less votes. I was there when he got in. He got less votes. He
How did
just
he do
got because he got the correct votes. The way it works in America is you get certain seats, but he went and got all these redneck towns and that, whereas Hillary was getting New York and all that, and he got the certain seats to get him in. It was
yeah,
smart.
but there are
you know what I mean?
black people that love
Probably,
him.
probably,
And I've seen at Bradley, there's black people everywhere.
5 million votes more than Trump.
yeah,
So how come she didn't win?
because she didn't get the right seats.
No,
He got more seats. That's how it works.
He
Over there. It's not just votes.
He
It's
was clever. He was,
All right, so I would say that the whole voting system has to be abolished in America.
There's
and
no-
a brand new one.
but there's no voting system.
Well, how does it work? mate?
Because
They get-
because in Australia, I don't know what year it come in. Maybe someone can comment. Voting is compulsory.
Well, it's not really. You got to rock up
It is, but to a degree, it's compulsory.
to a degree. Yeah.
So, we get almost up into the 90%, I think, of voting. 90 something up. Let's just say above 90. They get in the 50s, I think. So,
if you don't
how
vote,
can
you
your
don't
country be run correctly if not all your people want that? But because they
think
can say,
more-
"Oh, I don't
think
like it."
more people voted this time.
Maybe. So people say everyone's going in like Robert said, age is irrelevant. Queen Elizabeth could run any country. She's in her 90s.
Elizabeth's what?
I like that one. Listen, man, the Queen Mother I reckon she was 180 for my whole life. So
Yeah, but
she was
the
old.
reason why they're living to the prince lived to 99.
Yeah.
The royal
That's
family.
because he was Greek.
They've got
Yeah, I don't like the vote. I think there's possibilities. Like there's too many gaps in the voting where
Yeah.
it could be rigged.
Yeah. See, Rob is agreeing with Kinniku.
That's-
Same in Oz, ridiculous voting system because people just vote for Labour Liberal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a two-party
Yeah.
preferred thing.
Yeah, that's right.
It shouldn't be like that.
Anyone with the C word in North Korea gets shot on point.
Wow.
What should it be, Chris?
Well, I
don't
think
know.
if I want to be Prime Minister, they should vote for me.
It should be like
The Kerry Party.
there should be more diverse. Like this is,
It's up to us to go and organize parties so
Listen,
they can vote.
I would vote for you, Doc.
Oh,
what
thank you.
I would.
what trips me out the most about all these politicians is like sometimes I sit there and see their campaigns and I think to myself, who have they got running these campaigns? Because
Oh,
they're so
it's
stupid.
ridiculous.
Like, I mean, if I was running, I'd be like, listen, guys, don't go get tested and we won't have any cases. There'll be no lockdown. And everyone would be like, I'm voting for that guy.
You know what Trump actually did say that.
But it's true. That's why he got votes. But that's what I'm saying. It's so stupid. But it was like, oh, we're gonna get our lives back. Like,
Yeah, if you don't get tested,
yeah, that's right.
there's no virus.
They
Yeah.
inject you with COVID.
See, AP is saying there's some states with 10 people and 10 seats, and states with 10 million pop and 2 seats. That's what we're saying about the seats. You know
It's
what I mean?
compulsory by law, but it's not. If you rock
You
up,
just get a fine or something.
no. If you rock up to a ballot
You just got to
ballot,
cross your name off.
get your cross your name and then walk out. You don't actually
Yeah,
vote.
or you can put Mickey Mouse on there.
Well, what
That's compulsory.
one year I went in there and I put my name down on a box and I ticked it and I put it in.
I just wrote Stone Cold, please.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, because I don't, you know.
Because I don't know these people. Who am I voting for? I don't know what you're doing for me. Like, they tell you, but then, I don't know, if you're not interested in it.
I admit it. I told you this last week. When I was old enough to vote, I said to my dad, hey, Baba, who do I vote for? And he told me and I went and voted for him. Because I had no idea.
Well, you know what the problem is in Australia is? Like, we got Morrison, but Albanese,
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no good, there's no other good
Listen.
one.
he will never win.
Listen, I've voted Labor. And I'm going to say this, and this is
Albanese.
both the past two Labor opposition leaders,
Oh my God.
mate, even I didn't want them in.
Yeah.
Bill Shorten
Oh,
and Albanese are both fucking
So-
good. They're both shocking. Like, Bill
There's
Shorten.
no...
No, listen, Bill Shorten, and I mean, I don't know much about politics, but he
No
lost an election.
No charisma.
That he's supposed to win.
No, but it was unlosable.
Exactly.
He was that bad.
Oh,
Like,
Well, didn't he? Well, you know what he said. What
He was terrible.
lost him with the real estate industry was that he said he was going to do some bad stuff for property, and he just got got voted out.
like he was terrible. Bill Shorten was, I don't know, he was just
It
terrible.
wasn't that bad. Benicia, I thought it was good, but
Now he's moron. too.
nah,
because he's weak, but and also he's got
I like
a foreign,
Oh, selling
a
to
foreign name.
that ex-soldier.
I swear.
Yeah.
I swear
Yeah.
that Julia Gillard is a reptilian because she never ages.
No, but what's that lady's name that was in the military?
Getting out there.
Shorten was a muppet. Yeah, so much AP. He was terrible.
The senator, the independent. I like it.
I don't know.
Have you heard her talk?
No.
She's crazy.
Listen, Shorten was a muppet. You're right. What was the Prime Minister before him? He was terrible, man. The one that.
Ex-army.
Abbott.
Oh,
Lambie.
Lambie, yeah.
dude, how
Tony
bad
Abbott.
was Abbott?
It was wild 'cause he's
No,
got a
man.
veto.
Yeah, no, but he was just terrible. Like, Abbott was bad. I actually didn't mind Rudd, but then he made some bad things. Gillard stabbed him in the back, and that just cost
Well,
Labor.
Abbott-
Ever since that, Labor
Yeah,
have been-
Labor's-
What
because
stuff?
they showed
Yeah,
each
yeah,
other to
you're right.
be.
What stuff
Yeah,
Abbott
together.
was? This was
That's
the
right.
worst. Abbott, like
He said he was going to chest front Putin.
no, no, like
Yeah, right. Fit him.
he was against gay marriage, like gay.
Yeah, he was against.
and his sister was gay.
Yeah, no, he was a
He's
weirdo.
cool,
He
he's
was a
cool.
weirdo. Yeah,
Like,
he was.
you're never going to win anything like
No,
that.
that's right. All right. Well, that was a good show, guys.
That was a good show. We got one more.
Oh, from Rob. The problem with the voting system in Oz is if 15% of the population vote for one party, may get no representation at federal level. There you go. And I said I don't know much about politics.
I don't love politics.
I don't.
I reckon there should just be a king and queen. You know?
I hate how there's. I hate. See, I don't even agree with that.
The king of Australia.
I don't even agree with that because like, look in England, they got the Queen.
Yeah, she sucks.
What does she do?
Nothing.
2 to 100.
She doesn't do nothing.
Gets money from people for nothing.
Rob is saying what you said, man. Jackie Lambie is letting loose, no holds barred.
She's crazy, man. Have
There
you
you
heard her talk?
Yeah. AP says, GG boys. That was a good one. Yeah, it was AP. Hopefully, come back next. Sorry,
Yeah,
come
next
back.
Thursday.
Yeah, next Thursday. And if you are into soccer by any chance, we have a football, soccer orientated show. We're Man United fans. We do a Man United show on Monday nights. So if you want to come for that, you can come for that.
I think next week, Gio was saying
It'll be Monday night, the Man United show, and then
I think we're talking UFOs. And
George will talk about what we tell him to talk about.
Boys, he was one of the best.
Who's that?
Bob Hawke.
Bob
Yeah, he's the
Hawke.
best.
Yeah,
when
he's
you can drink a
best.
pint glass, a yard glass in 3
Yeah,
seconds, you're
Bob
the
Hawke was
best.
cool.
He's champion.
And then the bloke who replaced him.
Keating.
Keating was meant to be the best.
But Hawks said one
I
thing.
met Keating.
One-
He
He was meant to be
There
the
was
best.
one speech that stuffed Hawk up.
Probably, yeah.
That
Didn't Keating stab him in the back? Isn't that how he got in originally?
with Hawk,
He took the power.
Hawking
Oh, no.
said like by
Arsenal supporter.
1990s, no one will live in poverty. But
Yeah, well, there you go. So, Man U gross on you, boys. Hey, AP Reborn comes to every show, man. I tell you, he's the best, nicest Liverpool fan I've ever met. I reckon you're the nicest Arsenal fan I've ever met too. You're champion.
Well,
Arsenal
you
for
guys
life.
talk-
Hey, we're playing in the morning, so you can come and talk to us about it. Because I'm getting up at 6:45 to watch Man U Arsenal in the morning, and that's what we're going to talk about on Monday.
Ragnar's not coaching that.
Nah, he's in the
He's on
stands.
visa.
He's in the stands, yeah. Work visa.
Jim, if they followed Keely, nobody would have been in poverty by 1993.
Probably.
He was smart with money, Keating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
You know,
was good.
I hate the GST.
Hey, John Howard, man. If that Keating was in, he wouldn't have bought GST, would he?
It's stuck now.
I think he wouldn't have.
No, he wouldn't have.
Eventually,
It would have come eventually, but probably 10 years later.
10%.
GST
Like, you know what I mean?
sucks.
Like,
We're the most taxed.
thanks, Kinniku. It was great to have you here. AP, please do come on Monday. Reborn comes in, Rob comes in. Like, we have a few coming in on that, man. We want to get more people in that one, in the soccer one. We do talk about
And guys,
other football as well. So
make sure you hit the like button, guys. Also, subscribe if you're brand new.
and I can
Yeah, guys.
bring this up for the big man. If, like we said, we've probably got a few new subscribers tonight. Hopefully we do. But this is the giveaway that Chris is.
This is our giveaway,
So,
guys.
yeah.
So when we hit 500 subs on YouTube, and we're going to give away a T-shirt and a Coles gift card.
And then when we hit 1K subs, we're going to give away a hoodie and a PSN network.
Now, those subs are going to be those giveaways.
They'll be to Instagram followers.
So you have to join our Instagram, and then once we hit the 500K, we'll pick up a random name from Instagram, and then we'll give the prize out. So
Yeah.
the prize is ready. It's here.
Yes, they're here. Yeah.
It's here. So
And we're climbing, man. We were on
I think we're on.
like
460.
440 or something like last
So-
week, and we're up almost 470 today. So
Our goal by the end of the year, if we get to 500,
if we can get that giveaway happening by the end of the year,
be
we're
nice,
hoping.
be a nice
And
Christmas
Be
present
a
for someone.
couple
yeah,
of
so
weeks.
please, all the new people that have been in tonight, please.
Please subscribe.
You have like AP. Thank you so much. Please share. Get your friends on if they like this sort of stuff. Get your friends on.
Yeah, and get onto our Instagram page, guys, and follow us on there.
'Cause that's where the
then
giveaway will
That's
be.
where the giveaway
And
will be.
feel free to potato my haircut.
Yeah, potato red Jimmy's haircut. Yeah, but please share to your friends if they like this sort of stuff as well. Get
And
them on with
also-
us. And yeah,
And also, if Jimmy goes missing, call 1-800.
1-800. Where's Jimmy?
I haven't
That's
got
the
a-
best.
I haven't got a graphic.
No, we don't have that graphic. We're gonna make it 1-800. Where's Jimmy?
It's a conspiracy where I go.
You know what I think next week, as of next week, I think we start getting a little Christmas tree in the middle.
Yeah.
Because Christmas, you know?
Yeah.
Little lights. It'll be covering the microphone. It'll be
So
like,
we're going to take a week off on the New Year break.
you know, we'll
Might.
see. We might have to do a Skype on.
Skype one.
We'll sort it out. But
We
yeah,
might be in lockdown.
yeah,
Let's hope not.
let's hope not. But yeah, everyone that's joined tonight,
Yeah.
thank you so much. Thank you for all the returning people that follow us on a weekly. We love it. Thank you so much for the support. We're trying to grow and
I'm trying to grow, yeah.
Yeah.
And we're going to be posting shorts every day.
yeah,
So keep an eye on those, and also we're going to be doing longer videos too, like we normally did.
Yeah.
Just yeah.
And we
watch
got-
out for that one, the Yankee.
the Yankee burger.
I don't know if you want to play that.
Yeah, we can play that at the end. And Robert Drusetta, that's in the chat, is going to be making an appearance on the podcast soon. He's coming in for a special guest appearance, isn't he, big man?
Oh, we want him to come. 'cause
Rob's
he
coming.
Sounds knowledgeable, and I want to know if he knows about crypto. Maybe he can be our accountant.
he's gonna
Look,
come-
I'm looking for a crypto accountant.
We'll get him on here. We'll ask these questions.
Whoops.
We'll ask these questions to the big man when he comes
I'm
here.
looking for a crypto accountant because it's hard to find one.
We'll definitely have Rob over for an episode within the next shortly, if not before, obviously Christmas and that's happening. If not before then, we'll try to do it in
For
the
sure,
new
guys.
year.
But yeah, thanks.
Lights across the stream screen. Get some image. Yeah, that's what we're going to do, man. And Rob is saying we've got to dress up as elves as well.
We will.
We're going to do something. There you go. But yeah, thanks, guys. What we're going to do is, for anyone that didn't see it, we're just going to put up that the sample to that video that's coming out, and that's how we're going to end the show, guys.
Yeah, we ended it there.
Yeah, we ended it there with that sample. But yeah, thank you so much for watching.
Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you on
Catch you next week.
See you next week, guys. He's not. He's here.
Hey!
Hey,
Hey!
how are ya?
We keep hearing John.
Stop farting, John.
I didn't fart, boys.
Stop talking. You got us on speaker or something, relax.
Or just had some hot. Oh.
What were you up to? Were you... Alright, yeah, so...
What's wrong with you, Johnny? It's not for potatoes. It's what it is, man. All right. All right. I'm being a bit generous, probably, but oh, the guy's a nice guy.
I'm just laughing because we're doing the review and you don't expect to hear this. What do you mean? No, for potatoes. Imagine he was doing this while doing 10 cheeseburgers. I won't be able to eat. It's not a ponytail, it's a bun.
It's a bun. It's a bun, man. It's a man bun.
Yeah.
Guys, we had a really. Guys, should I do the whole thing we did last time? I'll do Facebook, Instagram. Johnny, stop making us laugh, man.
These boys are from Australia. These boys are from
Thanks, man. Stop talking for...
Alright. But do you want to do hunky and we do food, then dudes? Should we do that?
Yeah.
Alright, we'll do it. Ready?
We're not up to that.
Not up to that part yet, just wait. Bloopers, man, bloopers!
Just read the tab talks down below.
Johnny G can't stop talking. Chris, wait, the King of the North is getting upset here.
Hey, welcome to episode...
No, we're not Pakistani.
You look a bit Pakistani.
We're Pakistani, what are you doing, man?
Jimmy's Pakistani.
Jimmy's Pakistani.
We're gypsies.
Tyson Fury, man, with the Gypsy King, you know what I mean?
Remember to like,
Share.
subscribe. What are you doing, man?
Be quiet.
Alright, man, you get it right then.
I know, the only
But when
time,
you're here, you're not
the only
really.
time is in sync, he's not here.
Alright, ready?
That's it, that's just done. What about Johnny G?
I don't know what Johnny G's doing. He's
See, he made an appearance tonight.
he made an appearance, but
Live, just to show the fans that it's like it's like Ronaldo coming back to Man United.
it's like Ronaldo coming back to LA. Yeah, it's like Ronaldo, man. You know what the bad thing about
But
it is?
just this
you know what
Ronaldo
the bad,
doesn't run that
you know the bad
fast.
thing is he's a Crow supporter. That's the bad thing.
Crows are the best.
Crows are the worst.
Don't listen to him.
Crows suck, man.
Crows are the best, man. Don't.
Are they in the finals now?
Why is there still food on the table?
All right, man. We're
Because we
going.
had too much to eat, bro.
It's all right, man. I'm gonna get used to it.
It's not a challenge, man. You calm down, huh? 10 cheeseburgers come Friday.
He's trying to hide it.
10 cheeseburgers coming Friday. Don't worry. I'm putting it to the camera so you can see it.
You just pushed it more in the script.
That's what I said.
I'm eating, man. I'm
I'm
eating.
putting it to your view. 10 cheeseburgers come Friday, don't worry.
So this is, yeah. Face.
Take 3. What a worst thing that's happened to you tonight.
Well, with no bloopers till John rang.
Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You know what to do.
Well, this is still crashing up, right?
What do you do? Do I know what to do?
We'll see you on the next episode of. He's lost
I've
that.
never lost it like this. And we'll see you on the next episode of Hunky. Thank you. And we'll see you on the next episode of
Hunky
Food.
Dudes.
And remember,
Stay hunky.
oh man.
I'm here too.
Where's the fuck?
I've got the DVD.
Yeah, no, but you didn't hear my dad in the background.
Hey, Trickle, there comes Aaron.
Alright guys, remember to like,
Share
subscribe,
and check out all our social media platforms in the description below. That's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, you name it.
You guys lost it. Get it together.
Well, I said, you name it.
Oh my goodness.
Stay hunky.